Hey, what's up? Let me get the link sent out. I guess Jigga's having a little trouble with internet or something. Something might have come up. Hopefully, he gets. Um, he can even join us later. Apologize now if you've seen my version of the stream. I don't have it so that I can show you anything. So hopefully he gets around. Then we can show you all the highlights and stuff. Um, but I just got to send the link out so people can find the show. But one good thing about that is it won't have such a form, this version of the show. We can get a lot of different people on. I do have 2 guests lined up. One is ready already. So let me send out the links. Just give me a minute. Sorry about the clicking. What up, Sarge? I got the clan castle built. I'm on my way. Finally convinced me after months and months to download Clash of Clans. It's pretty decent. I'm posting the links now to Discord so you can find it. Or I guess you wouldn't be able to hear me yet, so that was dumb. But anybody that's watching later, sorry, you can kind of skip ahead another minute. Sending out the links now. Posting it on the lounge. To get definitely contact anybody if you're not in the lounge Discord. That's basically the Discord for this podcast here. And Jigga said the only rules are that you have to defend yourself. That's the only rule in that. So if you catch my drift, you can go there. I know there was a lot of banter this last weekend. It was exciting in CVPL for sure. Thanks, guys. I see you helping me out. I should have just texted you next time. You send out the link. What I should have done is got the link to my guest. He's waiting. But this is the last one. I barely ever go to Discord. Wait, that's a lie. Never mind. I was going to say on my computer, but yeah, I did a lot of work to get this CVPL started. But I thought it was a pretty good weekend. Oh, why, David? But thank you. We got why not Zlatan mode? Just change it up. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just saw what Mish sent to me. I hear you. I hear you. Great. How do I invite? There we go. We should have our first guest on real quick. I think the way you pronounce his name is Niltonga, something like that. But it's the Bel Calcio manager, which is why I'm wearing the jersey I'm wearing right now. I'll talk to him about it. And then there was one more. Guest. I'm going to send it to him now, too. Great. He should be on soon. What up, Zayach? Sorry that these first I don't have things set up. All I know how to do is go live right away, and then I have to do everything after the fact. But I sent the first one out, and then we have another guest. It's Astromonium or something like that. I will have to ask him as well. That he's the manager of Upsetters, and I actually played them this weekend. That is a game that we need to talk about. That is insane game. Definitely go back and watch the stream of that one. All right, I got one sent to him. Hopefully the guest is on soon. It's always weird when it's just me. David, yeah, David's always been sussed out. Oh, Zayach, I can send you one. We should have thought of that too. It's just super awkward when it's just me. It's like we got a few new viewers. Oh, yeah, shout out. I see where the new viewers are from. Big weekend for Republic FC. Not only did they have a successful CVPL weekend, but they also, out of nowhere, got a spot in LNPL after there was trouble with a different team. They were able to get ready within 24 hours. Jigga, he had some kind of internet issue or something like that. Yes, this is one of the big stories of the weekend. Go check out the Twitter post. Or no, I didn't do that. Yeah, actually, can't remember if I did the Twitter post for that or not, but I think I did. All right, Zayach, you have a link. Who's that? Was that another Republic? Oh yeah, glad to have you guys. Yeah, so it looks like our guest should be here soon. Cause I'm dying out here. Oh yeah, that wasn't even the David we were thinking about earlier, guys. What up, David? I heard you were gonna go play one game for Republic FC at some point, but then the El Salvador match was on, and I'm pretty sure you said you were from there. So I was like, yeah, well, I mean, he's like El Salvadorian. So I was like, yeah, but I think we should have some guests soon. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Orlando guys want me to talk about it, so we can get into that too. No, he never once showed up. The El Salvador game was on for the first time. He was going to try out. Oh, here's the official club statement from Republic FC. The Discord was going pretty crazy. Yeah, he was also telling me about the 604 they run. I was like, yep, pretty much. So one of the things I can't do is show you the standings, but I hope you've all seen the website where you can check out the standings. And after the first weekend, Elite 21 is they said they're going to go undefeated this year, not only win it, not only go 1-1 all the way through the season. They said they're going to win it undefeated, and it's still alive with only one other undefeated team, and that is JA Raptors, 2 points behind them in second place. and then Portland's in third right now. And then I can't wait to get the manager of Upset is on. He's the team that we lost to. That game was one of the most wild, especially endings I've seen. But they had some amazing, incredible matches. I'll definitely give you guys. If you don't follow my Twitter page, you definitely should. Link me in the Discord. I think I have it posted in the Discord. I post all the highlight videos I make. I've been trying to do more for. In the past, I was only doing it for like other people through the leagues, but I'm trying to do more Portland ones. Jigga finally convinced me to do like, oh, you got to have one for your own team. Like, remember he was telling you guys that like you need your social media so you can like tell people and have it recorded and documented. And I was thinking about him saying that I was doing that for leagues, like a one game here and there, but finally I was like, yeah, maybe I should start doing it for myself and for my team. So I've been trying to get more. That's a lot of matches too. I mean, we played 8 matches. I had time after putting stats in earlier to do what's it called? One highlight for each league and one highlight for Portland. That's all I had time for before this started. Yeah, neither guest had joined. I sent it to Zayich. Somebody tag Blaz. All right, hold on. There's a couple other people I can send it to. Keep saying stuff in the chat and I'll put it up there. Because 3 people that should have been here aren't here right now. Sarge still here? What up? Or is Orlando training? Is Orlando training, Zayach? Yeah, I might need anybody to join soon. David said. Yeah, I sent it to Jigga too. Maybe his internet died, but he can still call on the phone. Who else was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Pro 5 wanted to talk about the tournament. They got the Euro tournament coming up. Just about got 24 teams. He wanted to say a lot about that. It's going to be, I think we're doing like same exact groups that it is. All 24 of us are the 24 in the Euros. Excuse me. And then I think it could be same groups, same like system where a couple of the best third place teams go through. And then so-called one leg knockouts, just like the real Euros. So I think I'm going to have a guest soon. And I hope it's, yeah. I think Upsetter's manager will be here soon because I definitely want to talk about that game. But I guess while we're here, yeah, the big Orlando-Portland rivalry, the first match this season happened in LNPL this weekend. And it went terribly for Portland. It was a 5-0 loss. Nothing much Portland can really say about it. We're mad at ourselves. I don't know. It was an all right game at a point, and then everything just went. Like, the bottom fell out, and they even got like a 90-minute goal, just like, oh, of course. But good job. You got a good team. I don't know how the rotation's going to work out for you. If it's a good idea or a bad idea, because I don't like to do too much rotation. 1 or 2 players here, but they have 24 like good active players. It has depth, but it'll take a manager like Nicky B to pull it off with the man management, keeping everyone happy. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about that game on the Portland side. Like, I guess I can tell you that we didn't even have a shot on target, so that's how bad it was. But there'll be more games. We play this Sunday, first game of the day, I believe, on Sunday. Oh, Dado, what happened to your controller? All right, I guess I'll just share the link here. Right in the YouTube chat. Because I've gone over 15 minutes just myself now. Yeah, David, I don't have it set up like that. It wouldn't just let me go where I can show everybody what's on my screen. All right, thanks for saving me out here. I've been going 15 minutes by myself. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, thanks for joining. So how do you pronounce your name, like exactly, or at least your screen name?
You could call me Astro, but Astromonium is what I go by.
All right. I think I say Astrominium, like it's a condominium, but but Astro's a lot easier. That works.
Yeah.
So what are you up to tonight?
Nothing really, I'm actually new to as a manager to the league, so I'm
Yeah,
kinda,
your first season in any league?
No, not it won't be my first season in CVPL, but as in managing a team.
Oh, nice.
So,
Which is this the same team that you were able to bring some players in for this team now?
yeah. Some of the players actually have played in the league. I believe I have some of the best players, especially the striker, Iconic Cartel, challenging for the golden boot.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen them.
Yeah.
on what would we play, Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, what else were you gonna say? Sorry about that.
Yeah. So he's one to watch. I have my hopes up for him.
Oh, nice. Who was that other guy? Io or Io?
Oh yeah, the Brazilian.
Well, he scored. He scored a nasty goal. That second one against Portland, I think it was some kind of flip off. He did some kind of move where he volleyed it to himself, but it was different than what I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's very spectacular. I actually like his play style. So
nice. We had a couple of people joining here, but welcome to the show. But I still want to know more about Upsettas. So when you were signing up, you already had your players in mind, or did you have to do a lot of recruiting?
I actually asked around before, and majority of the players are actually from Antigua, and some of them are actually pulled from previous teams that say that they some of them, So I actually had to do a little bit of recruiting, easy recruiting, and that's all the way it was.
Nice. So where were you before? You've been in CVPL for a while. What was it? What was your team last year? I remember you.
I played for Demigods, and the year before that was Ruption.
Oh yeah. So were you in Tropics or just playing for Ruption?
I kind of left Tropics early up in about February.
Oh, all right. I've had my history with the Tropics guys.
Wait, say that again?
Oh, I've had a little history with the Tropics guys.
Yeah. Well, my history not so good with them.
I was gonna say most of mine not great. Dado, I think he's been on the show before, but he wasn't talking much. But you've been playing center back. This is that your normal spot, Astro, or is that what you're still playing? Because I know you're playing center back for Demigods, right?
Yeah. I mean, I started off as a left back, but then I converted myself into a center back.
Oh wow, that's the same progression I went from CDM to fullback to center back.
Yeah.
Do you find it a little more boring, or do you like the challenge of how it's like a lot of 1v1 and it's up to you? If you mess up, it's going in.
Yeah.
Whereas at least the fullback, you have some cover.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer defending more than attacking because I like the spotlight. Like when you make a goal saving tackle or whatnot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Got a shot
you know,
because those are just as important as a goal.
What I like to
yeah,
see.
it is.
Because it's all
Uh,
about goals aren't the only thing that wins games. You know that.
yeah. Especially like everybody wants to play attack,
Yeah.
and once you play as a centre back, not much players want to play centre back, so you're guaranteed to start.
Oh yeah, David, you're a goalie, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's even more extreme than the center back, in my opinion. Playing goalie, it's like even after that center back, there's one last person that can stop this. So I mean I tried it a little bit. I did not enjoy it. It wasn't like something fun to do. Do you find it fun or only fun once you got good at it? Or
of course it's fun. It's always fun.
nice because there's a lot of pressure involved with it.
I mean, I'd never try being a goalkeeper, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever want to ever again. But Astro, that game we played was crazy. So what was it? There was that crazy goal we talked about, and then for the second one, you guys got a third one. I don't quite remember what happened, but then the pressure started coming, and it was maybe it was only 2-1, but either way, it was one. We needed one goal. It was getting about the 80th minute. Portland crosses in on upsetters. Maybe it was even you that cleared it. But the clear only went to the side of the box where the left back me was. And I was about to go top ends, R1 circle, shot to the right corner. And I don't know if it was I don't think it was panicking because as soon as I got the ball, I knew what I was gonna do. I instantly knew, okay, I'm doing R1 circle, top ends, right corner. And I think my finger when I was aiming hit the tactics because I'm captain as well. And I think that hitting of the tactics caused my shot not to register, and I just stood there for a second or two. It was the most insane thing.
Happy, I mean, we actually
Otaro hasn't been playing.
We actually felt the pressure before the 80th minute.
Yeah.
It was a lot of pressure. I thought he all even brought up a centre back to even challenge. And it was
we did.
This constant pressure. We couldn't even get out of our own box,
Oh, it was crazy because Portland, they don't really care about goal differential. We're going for it. If we're down 1, we're going for it. And so that was right after my shot that I didn't register. And then I had to hit it a second time 2 seconds later, and I got that's when I'm like, okay, now I have to turn time finishing off for sure. Because even though it was a full 2 seconds of delay where I just stood there, when I hit circle again to shoot it, because I didn't shoot the first time, it gave me time finishing. But at the end, we had one that we had the center back in the box. There was about 5 other people in the box. I think there was a cross in. It went to one of our best goal scorers. He hit the post, and I think there was even one more chance after the post. So I'll definitely get that highlight video out there. But great game, and you finished the weekend with 9 points, correct?
Yeah, we finished. We actually behind. I think we're 6 right now, and I think we're actually behind 5th, 4th, and 3rd on goal difference.
Yeah. I'm part of that 9 group with you. We got our other big guest here. Is it Notanga? Did I pronounce it? Oh, you're on mute.
I'm just gonna confess.
What's up, bro? So how was your weekend? How was Belcacio's weekend?
Oh man, it started rough, but we finished strong, and that's that's what matters. Sometimes that's all you can get. I think we can get.
Yeah. So apologies again to everybody. I can't show the screen on the stream, but yeah, they finished with 7 points. Let's see how it went. So Old Harbor, that was one of the big things.
We had expected to get our points at Old Harbor.
One of the big things was people were saying Old Harbor got better. They found some ballers. Like I didn't watch any of the streams yet, but what can you tell me? Were they looking like a legit team? So that game finished 3-3.
Yeah, we went down 3-1 early, and we scored first. It was 1-0. They answered right back. Then they went up 1, and what they had did that I think was their downfall was it started to play uber defense, uber keep possession, not playing their game at all. They totally switched gears, and we were able to get 2 off of them. If they kept the pressure that they had on us in the first like half the game, they probably sneak away with a win, either 4-3 or maybe they don't. We don't score 2 more goals. But they
So
played a game.
that's interesting to hear that they got better.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's too many teams that you can sleep on right now.
Yeah.
That's always good to hear. Nobody wants to have that team that they just. Oh, I mean, like you're expected to win, so like.
And then we were in shock after that.
If you lose, it's just everybody's gonna make fun of you losing to it. Like, but if every team's good, there shouldn't be a team that's just getting loss after loss after loss. So your next game, so your next game is against current second place team, JD Raptors.
Yep, they put the hurt on us also, but it was 1-1 most of the game, and then they opened the floodgates. We tried to switch what we were doing, really the whole weekend. I think it's that first weekend anticipation. Everybody's getting ready for these 2 games to make that statement, and it's like if you watch what we do. No, not scared, but like you want to play your game, you want to come out there firing, but at the same time, you don't want to make those mistakes. And when you try too hard not to make mistakes, that's what ends up happening. That's what I think happened. I personally played terrible. The rest of my team was excellent, as always.
No, where do you play on the field? I'm not even quite sure myself. I know Riz is a striker. He's been scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah, Riz is a killer up top. I usually play the left back, right back, or make an appearance at CDM. Sometimes back on that.
Oh, so CDM. What was the other one?
On that. Left back, right back. I like the wingers. I'm one of the 1 in 10 who likes playing wing.
Yeah. It takes. Yeah, I remember. Shout out Saba. He told me when he was gonna try out or whatever. Here's what I like. I like striker, CM, CDM, or center back. I don't want to be anywhere near the sidelines. It is a little bit different when you do have like a bear. You can't go left and right. Sometimes you can only go right.
Yeah, or you have to go straight, or you don't have much of a choice. Everybody plays that position differently. There's a lot of guys I see push way up real high up toward the box. I usually like to stay in the midfield or hang back, even beyond the zone, play defensively.
Yeah,
but
I've been playing a lot of left back. I do enjoy that. It's mostly defense, where you're still doing a lot of defense, but you can also start forming those triangles when you need to. I'm a big believer in I even get yelled at on Portland sometimes because I go too central. I like Pep Guardiola's tactics of I want my wingers to kind of drift in when the play gets into the final third on offense. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
And I don't do it all the time, so I'm not even really giving away my secret. That's what I like to do, because a lot of times they're like, "What are you doing? Get to the side. Get over there." But no, I like that especially if your CDM had gone up and now there's not really a CDM in that spot. I like that at least one of the fullbacks can come into the middle. And I think it might break away the counterattack.
If you have good wingers, you usually have a good team.
Oh, what'd you say? You broke up.
I might be breaking up a little bit. My internet is crap. Yeah, I might be breaking up. No, I'm saying if you find a team that has really good wingers, a lot of times they win a lot of games. A lot of times I feel that people have an attitude toward it where if you have an extra position, you stick them on the wing. But if you have good wingers, we have our other winger who's way better than me, quality, fantastic winger. That kid, you got to watch.
Oh, wow. No, I've heard the name, but I've never seen him play. So that's another one. I'll try and put a highlight video up for you guys, too. Just because when I basically, for me to do a highlight video complete, I got to watch the full game. So I kind of go by what games do I want to watch, and then I'll do a highlight video for it. Because I do the Twitter for both leagues, and I can't possibly, in a perfect world, I could get, what is it, 20 or 40 matches we played. I think we played 40 matches this weekend. In a perfect world, I can get one out for each one, but there's not enough hours in the day.
Oh, I wish, man. If I could quit my job, I would do this all the time.
Are you still there, Astro?
Perfect world, but sometimes it'd be like that.
I just want to. You can jump in the conversation at any point. You two, iconic. But I was gonna say, what are your feelings about like a league that might be like? I've said this before, but my dream league would be something that's like one match a week, but we would be able to go all out on it. We could do interview shows, post game shows. I could do commentary over the streams, the full stream with a commentary and someone sitting next to me or something. But you can only do that if there's like 10 matches.
You have to have really, really, really committed players. I think if you have really committed players that aren't playing multiple leagues, things like that, you could probably do it. But one of the draws of the CVPL is that you get 2 matches a night, 2 nights consecutively. So a lot of times, like if we're trying to get extra players or especially new players, some of the draw is that there's a lot more games. With let's say our core, I don't know, 14, you could probably play 1 match a night and expect like 10 of them, 11 of them to show up every single time. If you can get teams, if there's teams where every player is committed like that, that would be the sickest. That would be so sick. To have 1 game a week that you're preparing for. And I mean, like we'll definitely watch every game that we play in to see what we're
I'm assuming anyone in that league,
and like what we're struggling with. But man, yeah, if we had like 1 good game a week.
Oh yeah. Like I would assume anybody that would join that would already have other leagues. So maybe we could time it on a night where we know there's a lot of leagues. So it's not just going to be the only game of the night.
Yeah.
But make this one. I mean, we could try and just like we could tell this what I'm just saying right now to other people and convince some of the best teams in the absolute world to see like and get like 20 of the absolute best of the best teams. That's 10 matches a week. You could go all out, do commentary over every stream, do highlight shows with. You could go all out.
Sure, I even think that in the CVPL,
got
once
you a
the
little
season,
crazy,
let's say,
no, but he said it's a little crazy, but
I like my man's ambitious. I like it.
But no,
I think
it's a good idea.
It's a good idea. You could probably do that if all the teams stick around in the CVPL toward, let's say, the last third of the season, and you get a marquee matchup. Let's say, I don't know, off the top of my head, Republic versus Portland or Elite or Marlins.
All right, well, let me tell you. Let me go back in the history of CVPL and tell you exactly when that should have happened.
Or I don't know, maybe Republic versus Belcastio.
Oh, I know that's a derby, and we had a great tournament the other night where it was basically the 3 of us battling it out.
Yeah.
Even though that was a grueling tournament, that was the one that it was one group of 8 teams, and I told them for 2 hours. I told Demar, "Don't do it, don't do it. It sounds terrible. It's gonna take forever." We did it anyway, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, there was a couple problems. Fun. It was out of the admin's hands that teams were taking too long and stuff.
Yeah, once it gets messed up, it's hard to go backwards and fix it. But sure.
But we were all right there. There was only 2 of us going to the finals, and it ended up being you and Republic, but only on goal differential. It was us 3 going for it. And shout out Republic real quick for winning. They won 2 in a row, and were about to win a 3rd, or at least go to penalties for it.
Yeah, they lost to AC Milan.
Yeah, that was impressive. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They're a real good team for sure. We can't seem to every time we have success, it seems like we have to go through Republic, or we have to play Republic, or we can't lose to Republic. There's always something.
Look at what Republic said. Is this true?
Oh, no.
You play them next week?
If it is, you're gonna get up. But that's the one you want to talk about. Then you get your chance right now.
Oh yeah. No offense, but it'll take second billing behind Portland and Orlando play that same weekend. But
Yes,
it's
I
not too bad to be second on the highlight show.
I
What's up,
got
bro?
Randall
Yeah,
this
it's funny.
week, so
Hey, listen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get our best.
So David, do you play for Ghost United?
yeah.
How's it going there? Is it mostly the same team? You guys got a third name change in 3 seasons. Got a little
Yeah,
identity.
I was trying to convince the manager to keep the name, but he just didn't want to keep the name.
Because it's one thing to change it once, but then 3 names in 3 years.
I know.
It's all good though. How's it going? How did your weekend go? Let me pull up the stats.
I didn't play this weekend, but I heard they didn't do that good.
Oh yeah, it
They're
looks like
they
one.
lost both of their
Oh
games
well,
this
you weren't
weekend.
there, bro. How many times have we said David has single-handedly won them matches? I've single-handedly seen you win 2 matches against us. One of them cost us a fucking title on the last day of the season. You were there for that, right? Statesman, you versus Portland on the
Yeah.
last day of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think maybe you even texted. I think were you the one that texted me? Yo, I was the goalie for that match.
Yeah, that
Woo.
was back in I think it was in March or February.
Yeah, that was right
I don't
after
know.
when Orlando won the title instead of Portland, and it was because
Yeah,
this man David was
you guys
going
need to
crazy
win
in
one.
that.
Yeah.
But then he asked me before I knew I would consider you at least one of the top 3 goalies that I know. Like I don't know
Yeah.
everybody in the world, but I
When I
definitely might have
first
made a mistake there.
when I first joined CVPL, the first person I knew was DJ. He hit
Oh,
me up
DJ
first.
Deva.
No, DJ
Or,
Super Kids
oh
from
yeah, yeah.
Demigod.
Because when you say
Yeah.
DJ, it could be one or the other, and they're enemies now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got a
but he's the one
Maldini
that hit me
sighting.
first.
But yeah, it's
But
been
there's this
working out
goalie
pretty
that you
good.
have to watch out for this season.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
His name's Fonzie.
He's on your team or a different one?
No, I think he's on Republic, but he's
Oh
really good
wow!
goalie.
He's on the cows.
Shout out Republic again. Everything's turned in
Nope.
Republic.
Nah, Fonzie's on the
Nice.
cows. He's on Bel Calcio.
Oh,
Oh, he's
he
on
is. He's with your team.
Belcalcio.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
tell
Fonz.
say
us
he's a
about
really good goalie
tell
now.
us about Fonzie.
Yeah, he's very good. Very, very, very good.
Yeah, he's a
We
good
got a
goalie.
couple of
I
keepers that are good, but
Oh,
he's
nice.
probably he's something else. That dude can play.
Yeah, he's a good goalie.
Well, that's crazy that he happened to be on your team. That's Dave is one of the best goalies in the league, so that's some high praise. Definitely someone we should look out for. I've probably played against him before. I'm just,
Yeah,
you know me, I'm playing like center back or left back. I barely look at the other goalie.
yeah. Last time I played you played goalie.
Oh yeah, Republic can back up.
Back it up. David's trash.
Look at Zayat. Have you ever met a goalie that you think is good? Because I know you don't like Dotto either.
I mean, Zeke scored 1 goal on me. That happened, but
Let's see. What did Maldini say about the Republic loss? We got the whole team this season in the back, and we're still conceding. It could. Yeah, you're right because I hate trying to fit new people into the defensive line because I just even if I find someone good, I might not want to screw up the chemistry I already have with my people. So yeah, as soon as they get their chemistry together, those are 4 of the best defenders. They were all on team of the season, not this season, but the season before. Can you believe that, Notaga?
I'm gonna say something that's gonna have me on. That's gonna get everyone pretty mad pretty quick. But I've been trying to say this off my chest, but Rico Maldini might be a little overrated.
Whew. No comment there, brother.
I'm gonna reserve
Who's
that one.
overrated?
No comment. But here, quickly moving on. No, not really. I just figured it'd be funny.
Center
Why
back.
didn't Oscar start versus Orlando? He had to go do something, which happens sometimes. He's a family man. But he told me later on, oh, if I knew it was against Orlando, I would have stayed. So I guess
I want Maldini to join the club.
I should have told him. Should have told him.
No, don't get me wrong. They're really good center backs, but you guys tend to hype them up a little bit too much.
Well, I mean, like, I'm the one that decides team of the season and team of the weeks. I don't do anything based off of like hype, biasness, or whatever. It's just pure stats based. It's as if I can't watch every game of every stream, so I can't even see if they're like the best of the best. But the stats before me is how I determine that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, just for example, if we can finally get your stats in there, have you been doing the stats for your team now?
Yeah, I'm starting doing it as well as my other teammate.
And I know I get called out on this by Dotto a lot. The way I do stats for goalies, it actually takes me longer than everybody else, even though there's only like, there can only be 20 goalies, but there's going to be 1,000 defenders or whatever.
Yeah.
I get the even though the website doesn't tell me, I get everybody's what's it called, save percentage, because on there we've got it. So it's the goalie stats are basically clean sheets, which to me isn't the end all be all. Yes, clean sheets are amazing, but it's also kind of a team stat too. To me, save percentage is just as important. So I try and weigh the two 50-50, because save percentage to me is the true, like,
you can get conceded one goal and have like 15 saves. It's
and what the website shows me is saves, and we added goals conceded. If any of you guys are wondering, goals conceded is only for the goalie. That's so that I can do the save percentage myself on my calculator or whatever, and then I weigh that. I make a whole list of my own on like my own notepad of the goalies, and just determine that. But yeah, did you have any problem with the stats over there at Bel Calcio? Like, did you have any questions?
No,
or?
I mean I think you got it. You got it down pat. I started doing it at the end of last season.
Oh yeah. You if anybody doesn't know, Bel Calcio took over for Choco Warriors.
Yeah, we played
At the end of last season.
I thought that they were the same team.
Yeah, they we replaced them with, because we were having what's it called, those entry tournaments, and we already knew that he was at like 3 or 4 of those entry tournaments. And what we do is you have to stream for those tournaments. You have to show that you can talk to the other managers. And then, like, one guy said called him a gay slur just because he didn't show up. Oh, well, you're not a good manager for this league. Get out of here. The guy was like 3 minutes late and had to use a gay slur. But so that's exactly why we have those tournaments, just to see what these people are like. And that's the reason we could easily, in like one day of Choco Warriors officially being kicked out, we can bring in Bel Calcio. We had said you had to take over the same name. That wasn't my decision, but I was like, all right, I'm not gonna. This isn't the hill I'm gonna die on.
That's a funny story too, because after playing as Choker Warriors for like 5 or 6 games, everybody started feeling it. Like, we were kind of all right.
Yeah, and it's something
We're
that
Choker
all I
Warriors
told.
now. We're gonna keep the name. We're gonna beat Choker Warriors for next
All
season.
I told you
and then
was
Kyle
is like it's a Trinidad thing. Like, it's actually, I don't know if I told you this part, but it's a food. It's like a spicy dish in Trinidad or something like that. Oh, we might have lost you, Niltonga. Astro, you there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm listening.
What's up? You can interject at any point, but let's see how your weekend went. So we already talked about the match. We talked about it a little bit, but you can break it down a little further. We talked about our match, which was match 2. What was match 1 like on Saturday?
Well, so far that was the hardest match since the beginning of the league. You know, Elite 21. I actually
Oh, he
underestimated them.
started with the champs coming in.
Yeah.
So we got a final score here: 3 to Elite 21, 1 to upset us. How did that? Did you score first? Did they score first? How'd that go?
I think I'm not sure. No, wait. I think they scored first. We actually sold the game and gave it 2 early penalties.
Oh, you gave up penalties? They scored them both. Oh, All right, no talking. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It looks
I was
like both of
literally
you are-
just typing out a message and my internet's not cooperating, but I guess it's good for right now.
I got you back because his internet's not cooperating.
Oh man, that's
So let's
funny.
go back to your schedule. I think we only went 2 games in.
Yeah, so then we went drew to Old Harbor. We got whooped by Raptors. If not, it's 5-1, but I think it was 4-1. They put a beating on us pretty badly. So then
So
Sunday
who
came
was
around and
that? I think it broke up
the
a little bit. But...
Raptors.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. So where we left off, it was 3-3 to Old Harbor, who was improved, and the J Raptors was a great match. Vikings, who I had thought had improved, they're an LNPL team, so you know how this podcast is about both leagues. You were talking about how you love the 2 matches a night. Well, what we really love in this community is the 4 matches a night,
Yeah,
and we got
get
Blitz in there within 24 hours. So
yeah, you couldn't resist.
if you guys are interested, let us know because we always need one team on standby.
I'll definitely talk to my guys about it. Me personally, I'm on the East Coast, so it gets a little bit late after
Oh yeah,
10:30.
especially on a Sunday night.
On a
Saturday's
Sunday,
probably 5.
Saturday's not so bad. I can usually
And
swing
and
that.
on the Sunday version is where I kind of play. I let some of my like older players go and play some of the
Yeah,
younger players on the Sunday night version.
and we got a couple Pacific Standard timers. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'd be
so
opening to
if
talk
you
to
have
everybody.
someone that could lead the team, that's still going to be there because I don't know if Riz will have to go to bed that soon too.
Yeah, so most of us are from New Jersey. Well, not most of us anymore. Now we got a lot from all over. But the original like 12 of us were all Jersey. So almost half the team, when you consider some of us are Florida, is basically East Coast. But we probably have the other half. It's either Central or West, and
Oh
maybe we could
yeah,
do it.
so definitely get on the waiting list because
Yeah,
just
for
as you
sure.
saw with choke wires, you know what happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we love those 4 games tonight. David, are you on an LNPL team this year?
No. I can't play late night.
I think you tried last season. Were you on a team?
Yeah, I was with Torcha.
How did Torture go? Was it awkward when Deva left or not really?
No, I left when he left.
Yeah, so that was kind of a shocker. Well, we talked about this before. He was just kind of burnt out, and to be honest, he's been doing a lot more admin work. For LNPL, he's been doing a lot of the work that I do for CVPL, and I can, as someone that is experiencing that myself, I understand him, and there can be some burnout. So no hard feelings for like anybody on Torch's squad that felt Deva abandoned the ship. He was just burnt out, and he's on Orlando now, but he doesn't have any managerial responsibilities and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just taking a season off, like he said to me.
Astro, are you there now?
Yeah, I'm good.
What do you think about the new responsibilities as a manager? Is it can you see why Devitt got burned out at a point?
I mean, managing a squad isn't hard. It's just at the end of each game you have to put in the stats. That's the one thing I hate.
Yeah, it's those extra things I hate. I think I took about because I'm in both leagues. I do everything myself just by the stream. It took me about an hour and a half. I mean, I'm 35, so I'm not great with technology anyway, but it took me about an hour and a half to put in the 8 games worth of stats. I'm like, and that's just something that only like I know some managers delegate it to other people, and I think how Orlando does it is like if you're the one that trained the lease or something, like that's your punishment.
That's when it's got to run laps.
I need to try that.
What
But
was
what
that, Zeke?
I normally use my laptop and my phone at the same time to put in those stats because it's a lot of work.
So,
All right, here's a little tip for you.
like 10 hours.
Put the YouTube app on your PS5, so it's a little bit easier to just hit your controller on X and then pause it, and then because you get the stats on the. What I do, I stream every game. I get the stats on my stream, and then I go on the PS5 and put the app on YouTube, watch the stream, pause it, and I have it giant on the screen while I'm putting in the stats, and then hit X on the controller, and then so that's my little tip for anybody that has to do stats. David, you too.
But I mean, do you put these stats in by a computer or by? I normally do it off the mobile app, and that's a lot of headache to me.
Yeah, I heard from the Republic manager today that the app has a lot of ads. When you're on the website, on the computer, then there's no ads.
Yeah, I mean, I do it faster with my phone. Only thing with the phone is like, if I update the stats and I back out, it would either freeze or it would just go on a blank page.
Oh yeah. Another thing is you got to remember if it's a tie to get them really quick. But again, if you're on the stream, you can literally really quickly tap through all the player performance cards, and then it'll in the 30 seconds that's allowed, and you can pause it later on, just no problem. I had a team that was about to, bro. I was in LNPL. You know how Republic's now in Notanga?
Yeah.
Freaking the team that they replaced, they backed out on me 4-0 in about the 50th minute. So here I am. I can see that they're about to back out on me because there were about 3 players left. I'm like, no way. It's only 4-0. But we've had some problems with them in the past. So I quickly hit start because I know when you hit start on a friendly, shout out to anybody that might be new. If you hit start, it'll play for you. And if you're lagging a little bit, when you hit start, friendlies only, but in a friendly, which is every league game, if you're lagging for a second, hit start immediately because that just automatically takes the AI over for you. But while I did that, while I was like, man, these guys are backing out, I'm getting my stats real quick, boop, 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 through them all. And of course, they backed out 3 seconds after I got all the stats, but it was on my stream there. So there is ways to do it. JR, what up? What up? I'm going to get a beer. Say something.
Good one, Kyle.
That's it?
Yeah? No. No, you
All right,
ask
go.
the questions. You ask the questions.
No, you go. I'm getting the beer. I'm still here, though.
He's
What do you want to
getting
say?
So-
What do you got to say?
About Saturday, right? The 5-0.
5-0 to who?
Why didn't you come and play on the 5-0?
5-0 to who?
Portland.
5-0 to Portland.
All right, that worked.
Portland.
Could have been someone else.
Why didn't you play left back?
Why didn't I
Or
play
even
left
right back?
Well,
Yeah.
the same question that Maldini asked earlier. Oscar had left. There's only 3 center backs on Portland's roster. And if all 3 of us are here, I play fullback. But when one of them's gone, I play center back. It's as simple as that.
Oh, okay. Just want to know because the total domination. Because your left back.
Let me
want
stop.
to check if
Let me
it's
stop
good.
you there. My left back. I had already texted him this too, so he already knows what I'm gonna say. Shout out Juvie. A great player, but he was one of those guys that had told me, "Oh, I want to take a break, not to a different team, not for long. It's going to be a 2-week break. I just need a 2-week break from FIFA." So he was gone for about 16 days till that very night, and I think he played 2 warm-up matches or something like that. But
No problem.
I wanted to
No
get him.
problem.
I mean, in a perfect world, I would have been left back, and it might have been a different game. Because yeah, you did go ham, and so did Deva, and
Yeah.
I'm
How you
sitting
gonna
there
let
like,
Deva score
JR
on you,
is
man?
an easy pocket, you know.
I know.
Wait, Astro, we forgot
It
you're still there. What
was
God?
because Deva just runs straight the entire time, and it's easy to defend. But what was happening is he didn't have to run straight anymore. He was just standing there in the box while Zayas was just going crazy.
Yo, JR
But
is an
Kyle,
That
easy
man
I
has
pocket.
just
sister with straight power.
where's the Astro?
You're an easy pocket, bro.
Oh.
Bro, when do
I
I go
told
play
him
with
that too.
it?
Oh, you're
What do
talking
you
about
mean easy
Zayas or
pocket?
ZH.
oh man, because I thought you were talking about
Nah.
Deva.
No,
No.
no.
But Kyle, I
Deva's an
just
easy pocket. Not gonna lie.
the playing time issue though. Me hear everybody say how Nikki make everybody happy at Orlando, and it comes down to the training. Him tell us before him signing that if we train and we train consistent, and we just train good, play up to the levels that we can play, we will get the game time. So far, I think I've done that, and I'm going to continue to do it. So
No,
my game time
you're a
at
good player.
Orlando
I asked
is
both you and JR, or you and Devin to join Portland, but both of you individually told me, "Oh well, maybe if my trial at Orlando doesn't work out." And of course, it was
yeah.
freaking Orlando. It's always freaking Orlando.
Yeah,
It's fucking-
before Nicky's time, he told me that I had to work for the spot
oh yeah, well
over
everyone
at
has
Orlando.
to.
I said I had a problem.
Not at Belcastro. Nobody has to
So
work.
far, I've
for
been
it.
doing that.
Sign first, then we'll talk about work.
Yeah. But no, man, they both told me
Sign
Orlando
right here.
after I already lost players to Orlando, and then
Kyle, you're back.
I
You gotta
found
be a
this.
salesman, dude.
I found this guy,
Forza
these 2
Belcastro.
guys, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to Orlando." Then I signed someone else because they didn't want to join, and he's like 4 days later, "I'm going to Orlando." So that's why I was all mad, and maybe I took my personal grudge
Oh,
into
that's
that match.
JWB, right?
Yeah. And so I maybe took my personal grudge, and as a manager, I try to usually like keep calm and give the aura of like what I preach is I want intensity and calmness at the exact same time, and that's how you win games. Now it sounds like those are 2 opposite things, but it can be done. An intensity that's always in control, if you know what I'm talking about.
Where did Jay go?
He changed his gamer tag. He's now like Vane, X Vane, or something like that.
Oh.
Probably some kind of music I don't understand because I'm about to be 35. But I think it's one of those rappers. But yeah, you got anything else to say about the Portland Orlando match? Or
Nah, I want to address the Republic issues. So
yeah, let's get
I know
on to
you
that
watched
one. The Discord went crazy today.
So,
you
JR,
saw that
play
they were
weekend?
obviously.
Oh, so
Yeah, I'm play all 4 matches Saturday, and I played
wow,
3 matches
big
Sunday.
baller. We got 24 guys, but I get to start every match.
So you played weekend?
Mm.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
You all got that little bit of points. To be honest, I hope you all keep up that poor run of form.
No, just a bad start. Remember, it's a long season in a Astro. It's a long season.
How many games are there in the
But no,
season?
This season there's 40.
Oh my god.
Wait, no. How
CMP,
many is there in the
CMP,
Premier League game? 38, right?
Yeah.
Premier League season.
And I hope you all continue on this bad form because you all
Wow.
took some of
Nah,
my
we're
players.
we're not going to continue because this
So
week
let's look at it. Let's
everybody
break it
actually-
down to the Orlando representative. You really lost the Vikings, who started out strong in LNPL, but wasn't it? Everybody
Vikings,
else was
they
them
parked
up.
the bus. They parked.
Jake, you
They
lost the
parked the
Vikings.
bus. They parked the bus. They
No, they
scored.
drew.
Nah,
You
we
lost the
draw with them.
Vikings.
They drew,
Oh,
but
oh,
two
oh.
We drew
2
1-1.
points lost
They-
is
they
almost the
part-
same
they
as 3
scored?
points lost.
They scored in the early minute and they parked the bus after that.
True.
You
But
cannot
why
see
wouldn't
it
you?
without
As a Spurs fan, I can tell you that's what Liverpool did, and I've never watched a worse game than that Champions League final. I'll never, as a Spurs fan, I'll never live long enough to see them in the Champions League final ever again. So that was terrible to have that happen by that cheater Sadio Mane putting his hand out 5 inches in front of the shot. But that's neither here nor there. On the Tonga, did you notice the jersey I found? I had to search 20 minutes through all my shirts to find this one. It's Palermo jersey, the only Italian club I have. And I know you guys over there, a lot of our Italian heritage and big Serie A fans, as am I. But I'm not Italian heritage. I just love Serie A.
Forza, man, Forza. We got Roma, we got Juve, we got Inter, we got regular Milan.
Sassuolo.
Yeah, we got most of them. And of course, the Italian national team got to rep them. Let's go, lady. Lads. Oh. Let's go, lady.
I had to troll him on that one.
Yeah,
but
man.
no,
And we're playing as Italy in the
Rummenigge.
upcoming.
you guys got
Euro.
Italy? I was hoping you would.
Yeah, keep a look.
I got Scotland. That was one of the. A lot of them were taken by the time I woke up that day, and I was like, "All right, well."
Riz woke up at like 4:00 in the morning. It was like somebody's looking at Italy. I got to get on that.
Oh, nice. Because there
I'm
was
rooting for Italy as well.
Oh man, I hope
Oh,
it's
and
a
the
good
real
Euro
one,
so far.
The real one, the Italy looks amazing. What is it? 9 games now without conceding. A plus 23 or 28 or somewhere between 23 and 28 goal differential in the last 9 games Italy has played.
Yeah, I could get some of my guys on this podcast, and they'll talk to you about the Serie A and the Italian national team till you're blue in the face.
Nice. Yeah, we could definitely talk about this for an entire hour. But if you've ever gone and I think I said this to you before, IFTV, they're I think they're a New York-based Italian podcast, the Serie A podcast, that do kind of the similar thing as us. It's just they're all in the same room. But it's also, you can find it on YouTube, and it's amazing. And you're going to love it being Italian from that part of the country as well.
Absolutely.
Like, they got someone from all the different fans. There's the one AC Milan fan that he hates anything Inter. Like, you should have heard him when Spalletti was the coach of Inter. He's just like, I hate this man. He's the biggest bum I ever seen. He's all talking. Can't coach his way out of a diaper.
Well, listen, it's getting late for me here on the East Coast, so I'm going to bid you guys adieu. I just want to leave you with this. If Sunday night our 2 wins were the antipasto, then Republic's getting the entree.
Yeah, if you can hang around for one more second, we could look at those last 2 games.
Let's do it.
Because we kind of talked about it earlier. This is where you said the first thing you said when you got on tonight is that it got better from there. And we were just talking about Vikings drawing Real Madrid 3-0 the Vikings. You just won that. You score early, or what happened?
The Vikings, yeah, we hit them early, and then we were able, really what it was a big difference between the first 2 games and the second 2. The second 2, we played our game, things that we wanted to happen as they should, and then when you get to do what you want to do, and you can control the tempo and play your game, you'll beat any team. And it just went right for us, and it was literally the polar opposite of Saturday. Saturday, we had the jitters, we weren't quite ready, things got away from us, we had to play another game script. Sunday, things worked for us. So
and not to keep you too long, but that does happen sometimes. I noticed something last season for Portland. For whatever reason, and that was our 8th season in a row in the league, we were terrible on Saturday and then killer on Sunday. And, of course, the schedule made it so that it was completely random. Everything is random except Saturday and Sunday. And I think that's something that I never really figured it out. It's just I started a new season. But that's something you might need to figure out is there something I can do to make them a little bit more prepared for Saturday? Really quickly going through the last match sounds amazing. 3-2 against Gunners.
Yeah, I mean, no, not to disparage them in any way. They played a hell of a game. I think we gave up 2 of our goals were excellent saves by our goalkeeper, Whiskey. And it just happened to go from save to a rebound to an open player twice, and late in the game too. So I mean, I'm
Yeah,
proud
you
of the
know
way
how it goes.
that game. We had a good
So
run.
it was 3-0.
I think it was 3-0. I don't want to be disparaging. Maybe it was
Yeah.
3-1.
No,
No, it was 1-1 at one point. So it was definitely 1-1, and then we
so
went
it
up
does did
3-1.
get close. Yeah,
Then they got another
Gunners got out to a really good start in LNPL.
Yeah.
And they actually had a bad weekend in CVPL. So there's another thing when you're in the both leagues. Sometimes it goes like you win on Saturday or you lose on Sunday like that, or like, oh, I won my CVPL games, but then I lost my LNPL games. Like it does kind of form patterns sometimes.
Yeah, and also maybe you guys could
me
speak
with
to this
Georgia.
too. I find it when you start to play a lot of games, like we've been playing basically every day. We try to take Mondays off, and even tonight the guys were like, "This is boring. Let's play a tournament."
Nice.
You start to get a little bit of game fatigue. Like you got to kind
Yeah,
of reel it in a little bit because when you
I'm a
play so
strict
many
no
games,
Mondays for Portland.
that's what we had employed too, just for the same reason. Mental health day on Monday, and then we'll play 6 days a week.
Yeah, no, I literally tore Portland. This is so that we don't kill each other.
Yeah. Everybody should have one day off away from, to go outside and get some sunshine or
Well, you know how
whatever
heated
you
it can
do.
get during
To
game.
touch grass.
Yeah, cut the grass because my grass was like 5.5 feet
Oh, I
tall after
got
doing
to
nothing
do
but
that
play
in the
FIFA.
I got to do that in the morning.
Word, yeah.
All right.
All right,
Speaking of
you
mornings,
guys have a good night.
speaking of
You
mornings,
too.
Thanks for
yeah,
having
good
me.
night, bro. Get some rest. So I don't think we got through all your matches, Astro.
So, what you said?
I don't think we got through all of your matches. You remember where we left off? Let me bring up the schedule again.
I left off at Elite 21.
All right, so that was the very first match, and it sounded amazing. Definitely check that out if you missed it in the on demand. Next match was the match that we went into detail at the very beginning when Astro was
Yeah.
here. 2-0 loss to Portland. I mean, I lost. The upset as one. And that was the match was crazy. So let's just stop right there for a second. Are you on an LNPL team? Did you do anything after that match?
Yeah. I play for Jamaica JA Raptors in LNPL.
Oh wow. What I would consider JA Raptors one of the closest, like JA Raptors, Republic, and Bel Calcio are like the friends of Portland United. So I'm glad to hear that. JA Raptors are some good youths. And
Well,
somebody tag Blas. I always love when Blas gets on at the end of the show. Just to talk. Zayed, shout out Blas on the Discord.
I mean,
But
I like JA
so
Raptors.
JA Raptors matches. How did those go? Were you playing center back?
I didn't play last night.
But you did Saturday.
I didn't play this weekend, but last
All
weekend.
right. You just kind of wanted to focus on the manager stuff.
Well, this is actually my first season with them, to be honest with you. I just started recently playing with them.
Because Upsetters is not in LNPL.
No, we're not.
But I would have done the same thing if I wasn't in LNPL. I would have found I would have still wanted to. I mean, you know what I mean. I still would have wanted to play.
Yeah,
so that's a good idea.
I think I've been with LNPL since the start. I think back then, before you had your own team name. It was a club name. I was on a.
Oh yeah, I remember
LNPL
those.
Liverpool, I think.
Oh yeah. That's they won it, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh damn.
I don't think.
But that was
won.
Torture Squad though, right? Or no?
No, I think it was Just Shotter's team at the time.
All right.
Yeah, I think
so. Some of the more of the Tropics guys.
Yeah.
Man, if you guys remember, oh god, before not before this season, but before the last season of CVPL, me and him had a huge argument in the CVPL Discord because he had come for a trial, but then he went to Nashville the next day, and all I told him was, just don't come back at all. But
it's this guy. Oh my god.
The
It's
shot
the
of
guy
the
that
lead
lags every
leader.
second.
Yo, Kyle, can you hear me?
Pro 5, we hear you. What up, bro?
Send me a YouTube link so I can send it to the Discord.
Which one? Oh,
Profile, where the
yeah.
Discord, bro.
What's up, bro? What's up, guys?
Where's the gift card? You owe me a gift card from
Uh-oh.
how
We
long?
got them both on
Bro.
at the same time.
Bro, I send you that gift card, bro. What you
Nah,
mean?
man.
Yes, man. I send you that gift card, man.
Ooh,
Who to believe?
you have any proof? You have any proof?
Yeah,
I
I
gotta wash
do,
my
Because I
bro.
country
never
clothes
remember
tomorrow.
getting
Give
that
me.
gift card.
Yes,
That's
bro.
all
I
done on
got
top.
proof. Jigga even I even sent Jigga the $10 to let Jigga send me the gift card. And
All right.
I sent it.
Pro
He
5.
sent me the
When
yeah.
I send you the link, when you send it out, add everyone so they might be able to hear it live. Otherwise, they'll never hear it live.
Okay, hold on.
Is this recorded?
The All Stars
So
CONCACAF tour.
Oh yeah, it goes on YouTube because not
Uh.
most of the people watch it later on.
all right, so hold on.
What
So I
happened with
want
Jigga?
Jigga, I don't know, man. It's he lost internet, or
Oh, that's alright.
when Jigga says stuff, I just believe it, whether it's true or not. I just believe it, and then I move on to the next subject, which is Pro 5. Do you
Yeah.
or we can give you a minute or two for them to maybe get on? You probably didn't get your gift card, did you? Astro, we were gonna try and talk about. Let's finish out this schedule because we went over.
Yeah.
That's good to know that you're on J Raptors, and I do like J Raptors. Shout out P Blacks. We definitely want to get him back on the show. One of my favorite guys. I say this like every week. One of my favorite guests. Someone I still talk to, not on a daily basis, but like every other day.
Love it.
I told him shout out to those new black and green jerseys they got going on. Those are fresh.
Those are fresh.
Would you be able to
We
share
beat
the photo?
Raptors Thursday, Kyle. In the tournament. The Raptors Super Cup. We played them.
How'd that
They're in
go?
our group. We won 3-1.
Oh, look who it is. It's the man DJ.
But at a point, I didn't see you guys. What happened? Why didn't you get to the finals?
We lost. I don't remember the team name,
Jordan
but
Black.
it was a Trinidad
Who's that?
team.
Is that Alba?
It's a good team. We lost 1-0.
Speaking of Alba's associate club, Club 11. That's who you beat on Sunday at Astro. Not Alba's club, but that's the club he goes to when he's on LNPL.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
How many people is on your channel right now watching?
Right now it went up to 11. I think it was 9. And then like I said, most people watch later on.
All right, so so for those who's watching from All Star, also CONCACAF, the reason why we have
Alright, apologies,
show, yeah, I can't hear nothing. So the reason
All
why
right, I'm gonna head to bed now. It was
Alright.
No,
nice.
if you want to just finish up real quick. Oh no, that was David anyway. But no, let me finish. I was gonna finish that up with Astro real quick. Give them another minute.
All right.
So 3-2. That sounds like a crazy game against Club 11.
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, they pressed mostly on the right side.
Okay, good to know. I'll put that in my notebook. I'm writing it down right now. But did you take the lead? Was it a comeback win? What happened?
It was more of when I scored, they scored. When I scored, they scored again. So it was actually a back to front game.
One of those good ones. Maybe that I'll have to look that one up for maybe one of the highlight videos.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice game, to be honest with you.
Nice, yeah. Shout out to the Club 11 guys. I never had a problem with them. I prefer that Alba Club over Elite. But that's neither here nor there. Moving on to the next one. Elite Nation, not to be I'm trying to move on from Elite 21. Next game, Elite Nation. So they were already called out by Elite 21. You're the fake league. Get out of here. How did they play? 1-0. You won.
Yeah, I won 1-0. I mean, the same AO player, he scored.
Oh, nice.
I mean, that game was a kind of more slow and steady game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it definitely happens sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I actually got upset because that team likes to pass the ball, to be honest with you.
True.
But I mean, we defended well, though. I was kind of I think that was actually my first time in CVPL scoring an early goal and actually keeping a clean sheet throughout the whole match.
Oh yeah, nice. As a defender, that's like the ultimate.
Yeah, exactly. Holding out a 1-0 game is something that you don't see often.
Shout out to the River Bowl guys. Sorry that happened. I mean, there was just too many problems. But I tried to set you on the right path for getting back in, and that's the tournaments. If you show that you're good to go in the tournaments, then we know for sure that you're like a legit club. Because we could have scored 9 on you, regardless of anything else. They backed out when it was 4-0, bro. It was going terrible for them. Like they knew it was going to be an 8-0. Sorry to interrupt. But yeah, so what did that leave you with after that 1-0 Elite Nation? Wait, no, did you ever say how Elite Nation was playing? Because part of it is we need to know how everybody else is playing too.
So I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the tactics to beat them. You have to find that out for yourself.
Oh yeah. But they look good, or like you said, you basically said it was a defensive battle.
Yeah, it was actually a defensive battle to be honest. And I tried to hold out the 1-0. That's mostly what it was.
And you did, so just to finish up, sorry, Pro. Let's go back to the standings. Like you said, you're in that group of 9 that includes you, me, Republic SC, and second place last year, Marlians. So we're all right there, 3 points behind Elite 21 with a ton of season to go. How are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are your predictions for the end of the season for you?
Who's that?
You, do you think you're like top 5? Like you got a good start to the season. What do you think for the rest of the season?
I mean, I'm not underestimating no team, to be honest. You know?
Yeah.
I'm actually just taking it slow and steady because some of the players I brought in are actually new to CVPL. You know, so I'm not really sure. And as I said, it's still my first season managing a team in CVPL. You know?
So who's talking to you? Which team this guy play for, Kyle?
This is Alba Black, and don't worry about him, Astro, because he said the same thing to me, and it ended up only being 1-0. I still lost, but you were 5 off.
It's okay, you know. Alba paid the ref that.
But he might not even.
Which team you manage?
Upsetters.
Actually, which team? So you want to manage for upsetters?
Yeah.
Oh, so I know. All right, so I know about your team a little bit because you play now what you call it All-Star CONCACAF tournament, and every time your team play, your team causes a lot of trouble against big team. So I feel like your team per se, your team loves playing big team and loves causing drama.
Yeah,
So
I think
for you to become a new manager in the CVPL, you're going to cause a lot of problems for big teams. It's going to be interesting. You have a great spot.
Well, I hope so. I hope to cause a lot of damage to a lot of teams. You know. I mean,
Well, you definitely does that in All Star. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think
stats and the proof is there.
I think the first time we entered, we made it to the finals and sold the game. I mean,
it's crazy though.
But it's always like that. I think the match against Elite 21 though, Alba paid off the ref for those 2 early penalties. You saw the 2 penalties? That's true.
No, but
I never saw
the conviction of your voice, I believe you.
Yeah, he paid the
I'm definitely gonna look now. I'm definitely looking.
But you know, it's like if I lose to a team first leg, you know, I was going to deal with them in the second leg.
Yes, sir. That's why he's predicted 6-0, but you never know. Could just be 6-0 the other way.
Yeah.
All right, Pro 5. Let the people know.
All right, so so this week Also, CONCACAF is hosting Euro 2020 in Pro Cup format. We got 24 nation, 6 group, 4 team in each group. The top two team will advance, and then the team that finished third spot will also get a playoff spot. The winning team is going to receive 100 US. 100 US. The fixtures is already created. I'm going to send the fixtures out tomorrow morning.
And just to reiterate, nobody had to pay to get in. Just because I know what you're about to say. Nobody paid to get in. And then here's the deal, though.
No one paid to get in.
To get the 100 as a winner, what do they have to do, Pro 5?
So to get the 100 as a winner, every team in the tournament have to play every game based on how far they go. So basically, it's each team in each group play 3 group game. So everyone in the group got to finish the group, because a lot of teams, just because they know they can't advance, they will try to back out early. So no one is allowed to back out early. Everyone have to finish the game, because with you backing out early, that could prevent a team from not making it to the next one based on point difference.
Yeah, it's not,
right?
And the reason he says that is not just because, like, the principle of the thing. It's because we're actually doing the Euro rules, where it's like a couple of the best third place teams go through.
Yes.
And we cannot have fuckery. I'm just gonna say we can't have fuckery on the goal differential.
Yeah, we can't have no one. Yeah, we can't have no goal getter. We can't make people go through that don't deserve to go through. Like, I want the best and the best after the advance. You understand?
So nobody bought in, and you have to finish for the winner to get it. And then what's the rest?
Yeah, so the rest is this as well. The name, everyone. The name is simple. It's ASC. Germany gonna be ASC Germany. So you guys gotta create a fresh club. Every club, every nation got to be in the jersey kit. Kyle, tell them which 4 country that's not on FIFA for me. I forgot.
Oh, off the top of my head, it's North Macedonia, Finland,
Ukraine.
Slovenia, and Ukraine.
No, I know Finland is on FIFA.
But it might. Oh, Finland is there, so I'm missing one.
Yeah. So it might be so the one that starts with S. Slovenia or something like that.
Slovakia or Slovenia. I get them mixed up.
Yeah, Slovakia. That's the one. Slovakia is a country that's not on FIFA. So for the managers that pick those, you all got to basically
do the best you can.
The jersey. Do the best you can, but make sure that the color match. Make sure that the country color
you have the
jersey,
the right acronym on the scoreboard,
right,
and all that. Like, otherwise, it's fine.
Right.
And guess what, Pro 5? We ran a World Cup before, 32 teams. In honor of my friends Sarge and Mo, I went with Team Iraq. That team was not in the game, but it was in the last World Cup. And I made my own. Okay, I spent 20 minutes, Pro 5, trying to create it the best I could. The 2 of those guys had one look at it, and they were like, hell no. Give me managers so I can make it. I was like, oh, okay. On the inside, Pro, I was like, oh, I spent 20 minutes on that trying to make it fucking as good as I could. I was like, fuck.
So, what I'm gonna do for everyone, what I'm gonna do with everyone, I'm gonna go find the current jersey, and then when I go home, when I leave work in the morning,
Mo's here to hear that.
I'm gonna send in the picture. I'm gonna send in the picture of the way the jersey should look for you guys to make it. Right?
Okay, so the one you're looking for, so you're gonna find the actual Euro jersey they're wearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the actual Euro jersey that they're wearing. I'm gonna send it in.
Because when you enter the jersey online, you could 30 different looks could come up from the same team.
Exactly. That's the reason why I'm gonna do that. No,
good idea.
No, so the game is scheduled to be Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Now here's the deal: a lot of manager have different what you call it, protocols to do and different stuff, right? So I was saying to you that if you guys know you guys cannot play the game at say 10 p.m. Eastern time, you guys gotta reach out to an admin on Discord
And the other team.
or the other manager team to let us know what's
And
the
you have
deal.
a week to reschedule.
So no, they don't update. Well, they don't have a week. I'm gonna give them what you call it. I'm gonna give them a date to play that match. So if you guys cannot play
let's
that
go
game,
2 days. 2
Kyle,
days.
which 2 days.
Yeah. 2 days to reschedule.
All right, so we're gonna give them. We're gonna give them Friday. Friday, so they gotta play the game by Friday. All right, so by Friday you guys gotta play the game. Remember, every game gotta be played within that Friday. If no
And
game
it's
played,
what?
the team forfeit or withdraw.
It's only 2 matches the first night, right?
Yeah, it's only 2 matches for the very, very first night. Because if you guys, I don't know if you guys follow football or the way I do. If you guys look at it, the US is basically like this. The US start last week Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday they play three games from Group A to Group C, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. Then yeah, and then today and tomorrow they're gonna play the Group B and Group E, and then Wednesday they're gonna play Group F, and then they're gonna continue on. They're gonna start over again from Group A, go back all the way up, all the way back to Group F. So basically, we're doing it the same way the Euros is keeping
the time
on.
frame
Now, the
will
reason why we
match
never started this Friday
is because we didn't want to do one a week.
This Friday. Exactly. We never want to rush it. I wanted to make sure we got all 24 we call it countries in to participate. So now that we are full, the tournament is gonna kick off on Wednesday. We call it Wednesday. June,
2 days from now.
2 days from now at 10:00 p.m. Right. Again, all managers is required to make sure that the club is named ASC Jamaica or AFC Finland, whatever country you pick. You gotta make sure that the club is named like that. All rules are the same. The minimum players on a team is 6, no less than 6.
So
it's an option. Option.
Regular rules for the tournament.
Regular rules. It's the same rules, right? Kyle. I was thinking that we're gonna stream all game. I want all game to stream. So. But
yeah,
what do you think, Kyle?
we could
stream all game.
We could. I mean, are you gonna forfeit them if they don't?
No. That's what I'm asking you. I don't really.
I think we should ask people to, but not forfeit them if they don't.
No, I'm not gonna forfeit. No, I'm not gonna forfeit anyone if they don't want to. But I'm just saying, just because I'm just asking you. So
no, we'll encourage it.
Right. So this is the All-Star is basically like a place where people like come train and I'm trying to become the elite club. One of my greatest match ever in All-Star which is we call it Czech Republic FC against what's it against Trinidad? What is it? Trinidad. No, I'm talking Republic, your former teammate.
Oh yeah.
Your former teammate, bro. This guy team was basically down, bro. Down the first half into going into the late 60 minutes in the second half, and his team find a way to take the lead. Then he lose the lead. Then he went back and took it again, and then at the last flipping moment, Trinidad almost came back and scored to equalize to almost tie the game up and send it into penalty. That was the most craziest game I ever watched in pro clubs, and his team, caused a lot of damage control in All-Star. His team become this third team to win back-to-back title, almost become the first team to win 3 titles back-to-back. Now I don't know what's the stats in the CVPL is like. Currently, right now, I don't know how they do in the first weekend in CVPL.
They beat Orlando Pro.
They beat all out. You see? Shit.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go! And you know what, DeMar? I friendlied Republic FC 6 times. I friendlied them 6 times since before that game in about a 24-hour period.
Yo,
getting them ready for that Orlando match.
Hold on. Like I gotta speak on that, bro. All right, so remember, Kyle, me was texting when they was playing the final, right? And I was like, yo, I can't believe what's happening. I gotta go on the computer. Hold on. I gotta go on the computer for this. Let's keep talking to the audience.
No, it was definitely crazy. Republic had it. Basically, DeMar said there was another team that had just as good a run. But this was one of the best runs of all time in 66 tournaments. Republic this week, while training to go to CVPL, won 2 titles, and DeMar was telling you all about how some of those matches were going, and came this close to being the first team to ever win 3 in 3 days, 3 in a row. And it was literally a second away from going to a penalty shootout, and where anybody could have won. I'm not saying they would have, but they got that Ross Clyde last second at the death goal, bro. And the dream for the 3P over.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. Astro, did you enter any tournaments this week?
No, not for the week.
So here's what I do. I try to I don't know what your guys' training schedule's like, but at a point, if you just keep playing D1 teams, you know how you might get a 3-man team, a 5-man team, but you're not getting you're getting AI defenders to play against. So what we do in this tournament's idea is, let's get some tournaments going, and then it's more than a friendly. You could schedule friendlies with other teams, but at least put a little bit of stakes on it. And usually it's just free tournaments, but still we keep track of the history, and there's people that there's different records, that you can break.
All right. So
okay.
No, that's not the one. So I pull it up.
It doesn't have to be every
time, Kyle. So this is the one, Kyle. So Kyle, remember that tournament that we keep with the group stage, that we only got 8 teams?
Yeah. I was talking about that on the podcast because the Bel Calcio manager was here.
So that tournament was the most craziest tournament ever. That's the tournament I was talking about, bro. The reason why it is the most craziest tournament ever, Carl, I did this tournament for a reason. The reason why I do it because, Republican FC is a new team going into CVPL, right? And I wanted to see the way they react and pressure. You understand? And I said, okay, I'm gonna create an atmosphere for them to see how they're gonna react, and they did it fucking great. So the first game, the very first game they play against They play against JR9, right?
Yeah.
They beat JR9 2-1, and then you guys won. You guys won against TMG Academy, and then Bell draw against Fire Nation 2-2. Then the third game they beat Fire Nation 3-1. Then you guys draw. So I'm saying to myself now, what's going on here? It's getting interesting, right?
Yeah.
Then Bell.
Let me stop you there, bro. Let me add a little spice to that. Neil, Neil from Tropics? Yeah. He was back for the first time in months. Neil was back, and it was in these matches during this as on Fire Nation. Because eventually I played him, and you might get to that as well. But I just got to shout out to Neil, one of the best players I've ever seen in the pro club community.
Yeah.
And one of the nicest guys.
Yeah, Neil is a very good CDM.
right? So Kyle, you're gonna be dying, Kyle, when I get to the point where I'm getting at, right? So I'm gonna fast forward to the last game. So the last game in this picture, it basically was like this. You guys, you and FC, Republican FC and Bell, you guys was basically one of the top 3 team in the tournament, right?
And
So
I don't know if
you
you
and
let them
Republic
know yet.
advanced to the next round.
I don't think you let them know. It was an 8 group stage. Only 8 people in the tournament. 8 people in one group stage. Top 2 go to the finals. And there was like you were saying,
Exactly
3 people going for the spot.
3 person going for the
But
spot.
tell them the Fire Nation Portland
win.
score. All of a sudden, which
The Fire Nation.
knocks
So
Fire Nation out.
You guys beat them 1-0. You guys beat them 1-0.
And they never came back for another match.
And they
Shame
never
on
came
you.
back. They never. Listen, they never. I know.
Shame.
Listen. I know the reason why they never came back for the next match. I know the reason why. He said that he. No. He said that he lost. He lost. We call it electricity.
All right. Just
That's the reason
him.
why then. Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know if it's true or not, but
text your friend to join the Discord. You're better than that,
right? So
get Neil on there. He would have done it.
So
but they look like sore losers.
Damn. So this is what needs to happen. All Kyle need to do just to win this game. Kyle did that. All Republic need to do was to win his game. Kyle did that as well. All Bell need to do was just to win their game, but win by more goal difference than Kyle. And they did that. So the funny thing about it, when they finished the group stage, the point was 18, 16, 16, and guess what? 14 goal difference over Kyle.
14
over Kyle 13 goal difference.
It was like not even close.
14 to 13. I was saying to myself, I was there laughing.
So it was 1 or 14?
So you see, after that happened, Kai?
Because I think
14 to 13. So basically, they
I think they were killing teams. Republic was winning
beat
games
you by
like
1.
Oh no, Republic finished with 18 points, but Republic won that night. Overall, spoiler alert, but they were beating teams like 7-0, 8-0, 7-8. Or not 8, but bro, you know what I mean.
And that's what make you guys advance.
What was the Republic goal differential? Since you have it there,
by 4.
But I mean, what was it?
Oh, just 18, 14, 13.
What was the goal differential for Republic?
That's what I'm trying to say. They goal difference by 1. Sorry, by 1.
Oh,
by 1. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, Kyle, right? See, after that happened, Kyle, I sent Nicky B a picture. I was like, yo, Nicky B, this Republic team is no joke, bro. They come in the tournament and they destroying every team. That's what I'm saying to you. It was like, yo, where does these guys came from? And I was like, yo, most of them come from Kyle Portland team. And then he saw that, he was like, yo, that's crazy. And then I was like, yo,
let me stop
this
you.
team is gonna cause.
JR called them my minions earlier today in the Discord.
Yo, and I was saying, I was like, yo, this team is gonna come in the group, come in the league, and cause a lot of problems. Like, yo, you better watch out. And when you told me that they beat Orlando tonight, I was just crying. I couldn't believe it.
But yeah,
they're gonna come and cause problems and see.
31 goals scored to 8 allowed.
Yeah, so that's a great team. Yeah, so I really respect what they're doing,
they
bro.
Came in to see and Profile, did you see they also got a spot in LNPL? The spot opened up.
Mm.
And I happen to know a certain team that was taking this shit serious.
And the only reason why people know about them, bro, the only reason why people know about them is because of Kyle and it's because of Uncle Carl, bro. They literally came in and they make a name. They make everyone know who the fuck they are and they come in and destroying team left to right. They're beating up big teams. They're not beating up no small teams.
No,
But
here's the
every
thing.
team-
So I talked to Blitz a little bit. He took a lot of players from I guess what they called smaller leagues. Their words, not mine. But like they saw the the way to jump up to the next level with these leagues, and then like the tournament as the way to prepare themselves set for such leagues. And it's working out great. This is exactly what everything's all about over here. We want as many new teams as possible. You know, Astro, we're like, that's why. I remember you told me, it was like, didn't you wait till the last day of the season? Because like exactly like Blitz, who was on my team at the time, didn't necessarily want his coach to know that he's going to be a manager in the league next year.
Yeah, I did.
So it was you and Blitz, who's the Republic FC manager, who was on my team, that came to me that day, and I was able to understand your situation, Astro, even better because I had it going through my own head as a manager in the league.
Yeah.
I just had a player leave my
the
team
thing about me, Kyle,
to make a manager, and I know you were too. But that's what I'm saying, Pro. This is what everything's all about. This is what the podcast is about. Like making
everything,
new
because,
teams,
like,
making
I
new
literally
players and the managers.
create this tournament, making new teams stronger and better together. That was the only reason why I basically create this, bro. Right, Republic FC, their team is on a different fucking level, like, bro. And they when they first joined also Kaka, bro, they was getting smacked. They was getting destroyed. They was getting beaten. And within the third tournament that they enter, they came back around and they fixed it. They win game after game. They make it to the final. They know what loss felt like, because they make it to the final and lose. And I think everyone on that team was mad, and they came back around and just fix it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing to Elite, bro. Republic FC and Elite Nation is like, it's on the same level. Not in the same level, like in winning wise, but they got the same spirit.
Yeah,
they know what losing is like, and they want to fix that. You know, they want to fix that. So it's like, I'm sorry for anyone that think this season is going to be one of the seasons that
something big that Bob just said. Here's another thing. It doesn't matter if you're from the big leagues, the so-called big money league, or if you're from what these people, their words not mine, smaller leagues. They're all kind of on the same level, because both these teams, Elite 21 and Republic, are kind of all-star teams of those leagues. Like, let's band together and take on this challenge. One comes from those big money leagues, and one comes from what they call a small league. And what you just said is you kind of see them on the same level.
Yeah.
And that's the level you're seeing, is that they're both like all-star teams that have come together under one common goal, which might have even made their bond stronger now than it was on their original team. Because I don't know about you guys, but like for me, I only knew Sarge when I got to Portland. And shout out Unruly Boss, one of the best strikers in the game, hasn't been in any leagues. Try and get into your team, definitely. I didn't know anybody on my team, and eventually I grew to like enjoy their company and the battle and all that, and I fought for the badge, and I never wanted to leave Portland since then. And at the very beginning, I didn't know anybody. But if you don't like, it took me a while to gain that bond. You know what I'm saying? So you might be on these teams. I'm not telling anybody to leave your team or whatever. But if you are watching this and from a smaller league or a bigger league, a team that comes together as an all-star team to form a common bond, to form a common goal of becoming the best they can be, the best team ever.
That's a very beautiful thing.
What I'm saying is that might be a stronger bond than what you had at your original team. I'm saying it right there. It's a competitive thing. It goes back to real sports. It's like, okay, the fun and games are effing over. Like, I'm here for business. That's what I have to say about that subject.
Yeah. So currently, right now, Kyle, you know my story. Kyle. You know I'm trying to rebuild what you call it, the pro wrestlers, right?
Yeah,
and,
I heard rumors of their
most of my
Phoenix Rising.
most of my Yeah, most of my all-star ballers, they from we call it Europe, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
Europe and American time zone is really necking, right?
Yeah,
But
shout out Dowie. Like he had to leave his team in control, and they kind of messed up without his leadership this
yeah,
weekend. But like Dowie has to be on that. It's tough for him. Sometimes he has to freaking go to bed when it's 4 a.m. his time for LNPL.
most of my players at my team, they either serve in the army, they either lawyer or cops, or they play for national teams. And 8 of my players, three of them is in the army, 2 of them is judge, and the next one play for the national team, right? So
Oh
right now,
wow! So you
they're
know he's a
telling me,
baller, but he doesn't have the time.
yeah. So right now they're telling me that they're gonna come back next season. When they come back next season, the only purpose they're coming back for is to win trophy, right? But the thing about that
Yeah.
now, they asking me now to make sure that I set the platform for them to win, right? So basically, like, it's my job as a manager now to make sure that I can create a platform to make sure that they could win. So that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that when they come to training, they always come to win. They
So
have not
and
they
you
have
have.
not entered the what you call it, the All-Star
But I was about to
CONCACAF
say, but you
for
have the
2
perfect
months,
place
and
when it does happen. Like if they're not
exactly,
there for fuckery
yeah.
anyway,
So they got to be back.
then don't even bother with the D10
We're
games
gonna
building a
we
new club up. Just go straight to the tournament.
no. We are in the Euros. We are in the Euros. Nobody know what team we are, but we are in the Euros. We are one of the teams that
Oh,
are in the
nice.
Euros, and our main goals is to win it. Is to win it in the Euros. That's when we're gonna make our statement.
Wow, that just made the Euros so much more fun because now there's a mystery team that's
Yes,
Steve
we are in the Euros. And I'm not gonna
that
be
just made that shit way more interesting.
I'm not gonna be using Damar Pro 5, so you guys won't know what player I am.
Wow, so even when we
But
play you, we won't know.
you guys won't know who I am. But trust
I
me,
like
we
that.
are
No,
in the Euros.
that's like WWE
And
like
we are
writing
we are
right there. That's like that just made it
and,
twice as
and we
interesting.
are we are we are here to win it for sure. So that was the
I
only way
definitely
I
wish
could
you good
convince
luck.
my guys. That was the only way I could convince these guys that we are in a winning state. So yeah, bro. But to go back on what I was saying before, that Republic, Elite Nation, what you call it, Bell, they all those teams is great teams.
Yeah, the
I
ones
like
we've been seeing
I
in
like
the
seeing teams
tournaments.
that yeah, bro, they've been doing great, bro.
Yeah, we definitely
They call it
we invite everybody. Like definitely join up.
full moon, bro. The full moon, like when full moon win that championship against we call it Carolina United. Carolina United is a team that been around longer than Full Moon in the sense that, like, they got more chemistry, they got more understanding. They've been playing together for a while. They were like a we call it a name brand team. When Full Moon was running the tournament, Full Moon never have a logo.
Oh yeah,
They never have a team, or we call it Twitter page
because
or
you can put the logos
Instagram page.
right on the tournament website. Everybody has their own logo
Right,
right there.
so exactly. So I was the one telling them, I was like, "Yo, you guys got to become a brand. Like, you guys got to find a way to make sure that the team is a brand. Like, you got to make sure
Yeah,
that people
that's
know
true.
who the hell
Every
you are."
team's logo is plastered on the winning banner. Every banner is posted to the Discord. There's a whole history to the tournament. Like we keep track of the record. We know who's. It's still Nashville and Marlians have 4 titles, and nobody else has been able to break that record. And neither team
No
is.
one has ever
Neither
been
of those
able.
teams have been entering either. They're just sitting on those titles as we
So,
speak.
So how long has this
so the
tournament
last
been around?
Would you
this
say, Asher?
tournament has been around. I've been around since. All right, so there's a history with also CONCACAF. First, also CONCACAF was a league. Also CONCACAF was All Star, which was All Star Pro League, right? And
Yeah.
then we separate we cancel the league, and we decide that we're not gonna do no league. We're gonna do a tournament, right? So we stopped the league and then turned the league into a tournament. So the league
Well, I
has
didn't
been
even know
around-
that, and that's a
league
good
has been
idea,
around-
bro. Because there's a market for that, as we.
Yeah, exactly. So the league has been around for two seasons, and then All-Star Concacaf tournament has been around for 6 seasons. Right,
Which
but
we're on
the
number
tournament has
66.
started January. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what number we're on right now. Let me get my phone.
Yeah, like I was saying, Astro, we keep track of every like record, every champion. They all have a banner up on the Discord with their team logos and everything, and the whole roster's on there.
Yeah, so
I never realized you did that much work, Pro 5, but you do even more work than I think. Because every time someone wins, you ask for their whole roster, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes,
And
I
then,
do.
yeah, like I realized that the other night. Like, oh damn, he's actually like that's how we get that whole roster.
So do you guys?
Yeah,
Do you guys know which team scored the most goals within the tournament?
yes, I do. All right, good night, bro. Thank you. Be sure I'm safe, all right? All right, so this, I really don't like saying this, bro. Why you got to ask me that question? The team that scored the most goal. Well, hold on. Let me get my. Hold on. Let me go.
Yeah, no, Pro 5's memory is insanely good.
The team that scored the most goal was Beast 9.
Oh yeah,
Beast 9 scored.
JWB.
Beast 9. Beast 9. Beast 9 is Beast 9, Orlando, and Immortals. But Beast 9 home is different. I'm gonna tell you why it's different. Why Beast 9 goal tally is different from any other goal tally. Right? Hold on. So Beast 9 have scored 29 goals, and Beast 9 has only conceded 3 goals. Right?
Wow,
And
so it's the
when
most
Beast 9
insane.
scored those. Yeah, so when Beast 9 did that, they did that at tournament 25. No, tournament 27. No, tournament 25. I'm right. So and right now we are at tournament 67. So they are the only team from tournament 25 up to tournament 7 that have scored the most goal ever. And they concede the less goal from tournament 25.
Yeah.
Right? Then I'm gonna go to Orlando. Now, Orlando, the reason why Orlando messed that up is because of Rico. Right? I'm going to call it the way it is. Rico was the reason why. I was playing that game and I was pissed. I was pissed. Nicky was pissed too. I was pissed.
Oh,
you know?
Lord. Someone said he was overrated on the podcast earlier.
You know, no, he's not. No, he's not overrated. He's one of the best defenders in the world.
The stats back it up.
He's
like,
not overrated.
All the awards go to
his stats back it up. Right
the
now,
awards are only based on
stats. Right now, if I could get what do you call it, Rico to take away Rico from Orlando, I would. But I can't. So I'm not even gonna fight that fight. Right.
True.
So but Rico is a great footballer. So now what's his name? Orlando as score, what you call it? I score 29 goals, and they have conceded 4 goals. So if they never concede 4 goals at night, when I said Rico messed up, they and Beast 9 be on the same, we call it stats. Stats as one of the best team in the tournament. The best team in the tournament is Nashville, and then we call it Immortals. Nashville, Marlins. Sorry, Marlins.
Yeah, right? And neither of us entered in like over a month, right?
No, Marlins have entered last month.
But yeah, but it's been like at least a month since either of them.
Yeah, they entered. All right, so the thing about Marlins, anytime Marlins enter the tournament, they won. Anytime they enter, they win it.
Wow, so is that like the best?
Yeah. So for the last,
I know Portland has a terrible ratio of enter the win. I wanted
bro, no,
I wanted 2 in a row, but the other like 30 or 40. I didn't win.
no, like, Kyle, you're not gonna like me when I say this, Kyle. The thing with Portland, you see, every time Portland make it to the semifinal, there's no more Portland. It's like your team don't have the hunger to win it. And I'm gonna send you the stats so you can look at it, bro. Every single time you guys make it to the semifinals, that's when you guys lose game. Your team is the only team as a top team in the tournament to lose so much semifinal games. Only team. It used to be Torture Squad.
Oh my God, Astro!
It used to be.
This is embarrassing because one of the big themes of the podcast has been how Portland made it to the CVPL last day of the season and failed. All they had to do was win their game, 1 game against Nashville the first season, and then 2 games against Statesman U, which is Ghost United now, and Marlians, and we failed on both occasions. That just tells you that we're not great in the clutch yet. We're trying to get to that. Like when the pressure, because remember what he said, Astro? Nobody gets to the semifinals and fails more. And it goes along with the theme of losing on the final day to win the title.
Bro, it's only
we gotta find that clutch gene / get
bro.
knocked
Yes. Torture Squad was one of the squad that Torture Squad have make it to 6 finals, bro, and all win 3.
Damn.
Torture Squad has only make it to 6 final and all win 3. Portland has make it to 8 semifinal and all win 2. Okay.
And you can add an asterisk. You can add an asterisk next to that one because it's basically 9. Remember the 8-team tournament or the 8 group stage team, and it became between me, Bel Calcio, and Republic. And the last game I played was against Republic, and oh my God. This is when I knew they were real because we lost 6-1, and that was basically a semifinal match. That was to see who got into the finals.
It's crazy.
Oh.
So Kyle made it to 8 semifinals and only win 2. So it makes it sound like every time Kyle goes to the final, he wins.
True.
No, because the first two final he went. The first 2 final that he went to. No, the reason why I said it like that because there's a reason why I said it like that. The first 2 final Kyle went to, he win it, and he was the only team to win it back to back. He win it. He win the World Cup. He win the World Cup.
32 team World Cup.
He won the 32 team World Cup, and then he won the league itself. He won the
very next time.
The very next time. Right, and when he won the World Cup, he was Iraq when he won the World Cup. Right, and then he was only he was the only team that secure, we call it, a 32 tournament. Do you know how insane that is to be the only team to secure a 32 history?
Yeah, we were proud of that one
tournament. And I don't think no other teams can have that land space between it because. And we took the good vibes from that and won the very next one. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But then I've entered like 40 cents, Astro, and I haven't won again.
But with 32 teams, that sound like they had a lot of beers to celebrate.
No, there was a weekend between. I'll straight up say it. There was a weekend between Astro. That was a Friday night, the 32 team tournament, and we only run the tournament Monday through Friday because we're basically all LNPL and CVPL players. Yeah. So we can't do tournaments on the weekend. Pro 5's been trying to run Fridays, but we didn't do one tonight. It's a little tough when we both want to be on the podcast because. We need help to get the scores otherwise. But what you just said, you called it out. It was a Friday and then a Monday win, but it was still back to back.
Yeah, but every team, bro. Like I it's only one team that I see come in the tournament. I was so trash and I regret signing them up. I don't know if they're watching, so I'm not gonna say the name, but
No, you can't leave us
you know,
hanging. Come on.
you know. Well, I was,
No,
I,
I
I
don't
got
was
say
so
it.
so
Don't
excited.
say
fucking,
it.
We're almost at the
bro,
2-hour mark.
bro, I was
Nobody's
so
gonna
pissed,
scroll
bro.
this long if they got this far.
No, don't say
This
it
is
Nah, I'm
because
this
not.
is just a
we
little
don't want to discourage
a
anyone
little
from joining.
Easter egg
No,
for anybody that went this long.
I'm not gonna say it, bro. I'm not. Kyle, you're not gonna get me to say it, Kyle.
Come
You
on.
don't even try.
If they made it to the 2-hour mark, they're true soldiers.
I'm not gonna say it, bro.
All right.
Yeah, bro.
It could be clipped, you know, Astro. It could be
all I'm
clipped,
all,
and then
all
it's
I'm trying to
everywhere.
say, all I'm trying to say is this. All I'm trying to say is this, bro. Like, you guys make All Star Concacaf the tournament that is meant to be, right? When I first started off, as I said, All Star Concacaf was a league, right? We got 2 seasons in the league. My team, Overview, we won the league. We won the second season in the
Oh,
league,
nice.
and then Liverpool FC won the first season. They
Oh,
won the first season,
we were
and
talking about
and
Liverpool.
my team,
Was that the same Liverpool that went to late night
yeah,
league?
Liverpool. No, that's not the same Liverpool. No, that's a different Liverpool,
All right, because I was trying
right?
to
They
figure out
won
who
the
the hell
league
that
that
was.
time.
Were you in LNPL first season?
Oh, I know that Liverpool.
Who was
Yo,
that? Was that Tropics?
No,
Yeah,
that
I played with an LNPL Liverpool.
I think it
It
was
was just
Tropics.
short
And
this
they won.
season.
Did you win season 1?
no, that's not the same Liverpool. The Liverpool that I'm talking about.
No,
Thank God
but
that
this answers a question we had about an hour and a half ago. About someone was talking about Liverpool LNPL.
Yeah, that's a team I played
Oh.
for when I first started LNPL.
So that makes sense that Tropics would have won. You know, like Tropics is a good team.
LPA. Thank you.
So you didn't want to go to Ruption and what? You do Tropics allegiance out?
Say that over again.
Like you had a choice to make for LNPL, which team you wanted to go to. Like Ruption would have been an option.
No, what happened is I know I actually met Liverpool before Ruption. That's why.
Yeah, but they're all kind of under the same umbrella of Tropics.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And then I eventually played for Ruption in CVPL the season when Real Orlando win it, and we just choked it in the last week.
Oh yeah. Is that Yard Boys?
No, yeah, it was. I think it was at the top 3 going into the last.
Was Portland,
was,
you and Orlando?
Yeah.
Right? And you were Yard Boys, and I saw Orlando beat Yard Boys, and I saw the halftime score even, and at the point my game was 0-0 still, and all we needed was Yard Boys to lose to Orlando, and then we win. But yet we lost 1-0. It was a corner, so they kicked the corner short, and I was the left back even. So I'm like kind of there. They kick it to the corner of the box. You know what I'm talking about? With the second pass.
Yo, turn on the fan. I'm turning on the fan, bro. I make some sound in the background. Yeah.
And then adds the left back who was kind of already over there. I didn't think enough of it, man. Oh my god. This man hits the most beautiful finesse shot you've ever seen to win 1-0. And the dream was over, but your dream was over too to Orlando. So we have a common theme there. We both lost to Orlando. We lost the title to Orlando on the final day.
Yeah, I kind of felt it, but it was okay because I think with that season option,
the pro wrestlers have won also Concacaf already, right? A lot of people have been asking me if I don't mean to cut you, bro.
No, let him talk. We had a conversation going. All right, chill. Astro. So we both lost on the title match, and all right, I'll cut off that conversation with another question. You were saying you were in CVPL for a long time, so were you on CVPL Atlanta United?
Yeah, at a time I think. I did. I was on that team for
Yeah,
a time. I think
that's
I joined late in the season.
that they were around for I think 3 seasons,
What?
just as Portland was, and that was our main rival the entire time. Well, Vassal's the one that brought me to.
Wait.
Okay, so hold on, Vassal. I've known Vassal for 3 years, and at the time I met Vassal, I knew 2 Jamaicans. By now, I know like 300, 400 Jamaicans, and Vassal was one of those like original like 3, either 2 or 3. Shout out to Shane. You know Shane Pro 5?
Shane. Yeah, Shane. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shane
shout out
6?
to shout out to him. He was one of those original ones too. But Vassal's the one that invited me to Portland, Astro. And then guess what happened? The other host of this show, Jigga, got into a huge argument on him. It was either the first night or the second night, but I know it was the first weekend ever. It was called VFL at the time, and we were Portland United. It was the season before it became CVPL. So one season right before.
I've been there since day one.
And Vassal invited me
people
there
don't know that.
and then fucking fought with the manager / assistant manager, I guess he was at the time, and left the club within 1 week. And then look what happened. Just fast forward to what you know now. I'm the manager and admin, and I run a podcast. I swear to God, Astro, I didn't even know leagues existed until Vassal invited me and my friend Sarge and Unruly Boss from the club that I was managing, but not even in a league because I didn't know they existed. Vassal's like, hey, come over here to Portland. He fucking has a huge blowout fight within the first week. Me and then Unruly Boss left because he couldn't handle it. And me and Sarge, who I was a CDM. I played CDM for 10 years at the time in pro clubs. And I had FIFA 94. Remember, I'm old as hell. And I had never played center back once in my life. I played center back next to Jigga. So it's me, left center back, Jigga, right center back. We were both CDMs for our entire like career. Almost the same story we've been playing since FIFA in 09 pro clubs. And then Sarge, who's like young enough to be my son, basically, who was already on the Jamaican team that I was on. But that's why we won the World Cup as Iraq. Him and Mo are both Iraqi. So, like, I have no idea how he originally hooked up with the Jamaicans, but he found himself there the same way I found myself there. And then Vassal had us go over to Portland where we met Jigga, who was like a big personality. If you've ever watched the podcast, Jigga has a big personality. He's just hilarious sometimes. And we were like, all right, we're just kind of stick with this. Me, Sarge playing goalie, me center back, Jigga center back. There was a lot of fuckery going, and a lot of bad things happened at the end of matches. I remember a particular one. Jigga got a red card penalty kick at the last minute, and I'm like, no, hold on. Jigga sold it so bad on something where I had to take a red card penalty kick at the last second, and that was the first time I ever realized that. Oh, you have to get banned the next match. But to my credit, that's the only match I missed in about 4 seasons. But the trials and tribulations, and I've been running this podcast. Shout out to Baba for CVPL. He kind of taught me what we really want to do, because Astro, I don't like to play money leagues. I don't even really want to play a money tournament. Like, I'd be fine if I could be a pro player like League of Legends or like these whatever else, like Ninja and them on Twitch. But the game we play doesn't generate money for being like a pro club player. And I want that to change for like the next generation potentially. Like the Sarge I told you about that came in to Portland with me. Like, I want that next generation to be pro players in pro clubs. And I try and do everything by like being serious and taking everything serious, and even having the podcast and then Twitter and then social media presence and try and train players to go from just being a new player that never knew leagues existed all the way to being assistant manager, admin of 3 things, running a podcast, doing social media. Like, we want that for everybody, and then we can have enough people band together and actually we
I gotta
could
turn my
actually
camera.
become professional FIFA Pro Club players. And
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
Kyle, I gotta turn my camera. I gotta turn my camera on for this one to let people could see what I'm trying to say. Hold on, let me turn my camera on.
Yeah,
I want people to understand this, bro. All-Star CONCACAF, right? It is one of the biggest tournaments in this region. I don't care who want to fight it. I don't care who want to go against it. I really don't care, right? And starting, I think I don't want to put a timeline on it, but I would say starting our birthday, Kyle. Our birthday, we are going to get sponsors starting our birthday, right? When I say sponsor, I mean like every tournament is going to be a money tournament. Every tournament there's going to be a winning prize. This is the reason why when it comes down to details, the organization, everything, signing up, registering.
This is huge breaking news. Oh no! I don't know if you've watched enough movies as I have to know that like the man just cut him off from saying anything more about that. Like the sponsors didn't want to know because I was like the man cut him off because I had no idea that was even a thing. I just been trying to help him as much as I can. You know, bro.
Yeah.
I like the bar Pro 5. Like he's cool. Like, but at the same time, I wanted to help him with this tournament to make sure it was legit. But that. Call it selfish or whatever. I still do like my work for him and try and make it great. But I wanted it to be a place to take my team for the training. Remember, I was telling you?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure like there is no holdups with putting scores in or like sometimes this man goes on a train, you know, and like like he's on a train to work and he has no cellular service. So he's like, yo, Kyle. I need you to put in scores, and a lot of the times I'm in the tournament, so it's like I gotta go back and find like, is this the first leg? Is this the second leg? Like I wasn't paying attention because I was in the tournament. Yeah. But that's the shit I do. Before I add him back, I hope he didn't hear any of that. But but that's why I try to make it like a great thing because he does have a lot of good ideas and like the shit he was just saying, I had no idea he was about to say.
I think you said y'all are gonna start getting sponsors, which is good.
I'm excited.
Excited. Put it up.
Let's go.
Yo.
Let's go. We thought the man cut you off. Like whoever the sponsors were like, no, don't let him speak.
You stupid, bro.
No, but I wouldn't have thought of that if it didn't really happen.
Yeah, no, that's what bro. I remember last week I sent out we call it an admin meeting.
Oh yeah. I was the only one that responded.
Do you remember? I literally said, yo, admin meeting. And you was all the admin that replied back to me.
Only one. But shout out every now and then the others put in scores. Deva, Skinny helps us with tech.
Skinny,
Jigga and Biggs put in scores. So I was checking on those nights, bro, but I saw they had it under control, and I was never more relieved and like, oh, thank God in my life.
Bro, listen,
shout out to them for that. But for real, I was the only one that said, all right, I'll be there.
No, listen, putting in work as an admin is different from an admin meeting, bro. You have to understand the difference. What if they put in work as an admin and then don't show up for a meeting? You understand? This is where it comes. Like when I say meeting, it gotta be a reason why I'm saying a meeting. It gotta be something because the people need to understand. I'm one of the luckiest guys when it comes to like business. Right? I never went to a business school. I went to a lawyer school and I went to a school as a construction worker. My career job is basically I do construction work and I do security work, right? That's my career job, right? But when it comes to business, I know people that's inside the business that's willing to sponsor. Most of my friends are either cops, lawyers, or detective or something in that field. So and they like to gamble. Old people like to spend money. they always want to find some way to spend money.
Oh yeah,
And
I know where you're going with this because I've heard it before, bro.
You know, so this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I basically create a platform where they could see that it's legit, and then that's where I'm going to get my funds from. So that's when I heard about different tournament name, Champion League, whatever the next one want to name. Like, okay, do y'all, but us is here is for something different. And then I do everything in the public. I don't hide and do nothing. What's his name? Orlando join the tournament, and I make an announcement in the night in the tournament that I'm gonna be doing what we call it a thank you tournament, and the winning team is gonna get $50. What I did when they win, I send it the $50. You know, who else? We call it what's it? Tropics? I don't know if it's Tropics or Eruption. I don't know. I think it's Tropics. I gotta go back and check. They won. I send them their money. Like this tournament, this tournament that's coming up, this tournament with the Euros. This is a thank you to say thank you guys to be a part of it. The winning team is gonna get $100. You know, so
I think it was Tropics. I think I won that one.
Yeah.
Oh, so how did that go? Did you get any percentage? Did you get PSN card? Or did somebody get all the money?
We got new jerseys.
Oh, nice. For the Pro Clubs team, or that's it? Real life?
No,
what? Damn, so who got the money?
But, I mean, he had the money so that, we could have either entered in any other leagues.
Oh, yeah. So we went to the club fund.
Yeah.
Right? So
that makes sense because I've entered a couple things on my own dollar. And I was pissed off about it. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Next time we win a money thing, which will be the Euros against Pro 5 in the finals against a mystery team, I'll put that into the club fund for like entering things.
So the next tournament after this one is gonna be a World Cup tournament, right? That World Cup tournament, I'm gonna make sure that the winning team, every player in that winning team get a $10 PlayStation gift card plus the winning prize money. That's the next tournament, and that tournament is gonna be a tournament of 32 teams. It's gonna be a World Cup tournament. So like this also CONCACAF. When I said sponsors is there to sponsor, they're gonna be there to sponsor. You guys gonna see if I'm lying or not. But I got people that's willing to sponsor because they like what I'm doing. Kyle is one of the older admin that I could say that if I call him now for something.
What do you mean by older?
No, I never said.
He's way older than me by 11 years.
This guy, bro.
I may be old, but I'm not Big's old.
Yeah.
And then Baba old is a whole nother level. Astro, that man's 57.
You cap it.
Hell no. His son Carlos is our age, and he's on Republic now.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Him and Kill Switch.
Who's on Republic?
Ibelos Carlos.
Oh, I think I said Baba is on Republic. Is on Republic. What are you gonna say? You do the fucking wine? Mama can't. I'm sorry, Baba, but we don't see you as a professional pro player anymore. You need to retire. All right, no. you need to retire, Baba. It's love, bro. You need to retire. I'm sorry. You can't be the Republic. Hell no.
No, but Baba's not on there. Carlos is.
My son is even worse. What are you saying? Man, why you trying to get me in trouble? Why you trying to get me in trouble, yo?
No, no.
Of course, Baba didn't
Harvard. They got better apparently, though.
Where?
In CVPL.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a good weekend.
They beat Vikings. They did not beat Vikings. Bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this, bro. Hold on.
That's one of the biggest matches of the year, and bro, I mean,
how can Vikings draw against real Orlando, and then went to Orlando and lose?
They just released like 4 or 5 people, they had some good signings, and I lost to them in the LNPL preseason tournament in the quarterfinals because they had some good people. Lamar was doing nasty double X passes right by my center back to Hussein, who was on. He was the manager in the original CVPL World Cup, which Sarge was on that team. Remember, that's why we were Iraq to begin with.
Yeah, but seriously though, Kyle, how can they beat a team? Go against, like, I don't understand that, bro.
You know that laugh you had earlier?
Yeah.
They tied Orlando in the first match of CVPL this year. It's 1-1.
And then they lose against Old Arbor the following match. Yeah, bro. That's why I'm trying to wonder, how is that possible?
But I'm telling you, what happened to Old Harbor, bro? That's what I'm telling you.
They lost.
They added too many people and they're trying too much rotation.
That's crazy.
It's not going to work at that point. You don't want 24 people that actually show up. The others are like emergency reserves. Maybe they play nothing but ultimate team, but in a pinch, they're the kind of guy you can say, yo, I need a player. Like, you can't have 24 that actually show up all the time. It's too much rotation. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah. You gotta go with the balance, bro. You gotta go with what actually work. Like, it can't be like changing stuff when it's match time. Once it's match time, if you start the first game with the 11 squad, don't switch that. Keep it. The only way you switch it if you lose the game. You got all right to switch it. But if you draw the game, go in the next game with that same squad, because if you try to do a different rotation,
oh my god, okay,
fuck everything up.
So that leads me, because at the same time you said that, I got this question which I saw earlier. My thoughts when Blitz left. Did I tell you guys how I found out about Blitz leaving?
No.
You know how I'm an admin in CVPL, right? And I'm the one that, like, a lot of the times is looking in the request to join the new players that just to the server, they have to go through the process of saying who invited them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I start getting a bunch, like, the season had just ended, pro. And it was like Monday the next day. I get all these requests in there about, oh, I'm joining Blitz manager for Republic FC. And I had never heard one word about this. So I let Blitz. I texted Blitz. I was like, so you guys, what's this all about, bro? He's like, no shit. I was gonna tell you, man. I was about to tell you, man. But
like, your
cat
club,
was out of the bag.
Your club is one of the best academic club in the in CVP. I don't care what nobody want to say to me. Your club, Portland, has breeded some quality set of football players. I don't care who hate me for saying this tonight.
I can't take credit for it all, but I do appreciate that.
It's just the facts. It's just the facts, because Mo came from Portland. Jigga came from Portland. A lot of people came from Portland. That's my top name.
Yeah, we try to play. We try to play a serious thing over
Portland. Here. 3/4 of Orlando's players is from Portland. I don't care who. They people got to understand.
Why do you think I hate him, Astro?
They all came from Portland. So Portland is like one of the brooding spot for great quality player. Now, on the other side of it, when it comes to shit players, you know, it's Old Arbor. No,
let me cut you off right there, Astro. The reason he says that is because the Old Harbor manager is an admin like me, and he says that, like, oh, I'm a breeding ground for new managers and players. Like, we take anybody in, but I'm gonna have to cut you off there, pro. I'm the one that's doing it, like, at a competitive level, and he's taking the ones that are on, like, the bottom, the very beginners.
I get what you're trying to say, but I understand, you know, like, I like to, like, the pro club community is so big, and I always say this, bro. If you want a league to be the best league, you gotta bring the best players in.
But no. I'm gonna stop you there again, because that very, like, very beginner could become the best within like a year. It couldn't
And
take.
this is the reason why I say that. This is the reason why I mentioned that. This is the reason why we should have a second division. For that same reason.
True.
You understand?
But
Because
as someone that's here that is part of that, I can tell you it was because we couldn't find enough teams that passed the. Okay, so we had the entry tournaments, and that's to make them go through a very strict vetting process because we don't want fuckery, we don't want forfeits, and all the like great teams we had from that tournament had the fucking replace teams that were leaving the league within the league because again we don't want forfeits. So here's another thing, Pro 5. When it got to that, we ran out of teams to take, like teams that were already proven because we already put them in the league. And B, I got a little nervous myself because if you have a second division, you can no longer replace those teams that are in Division 1. If they leave, then there's going to be forfeits. Because if there's a whole Division 2 fighting for Division 1, you can't just add a new team because that whole division is fighting to get to Division 1. So we have to have a season where it finishes. Everybody that started finished, and I think about 4 or 5 people left CVPL last time, and about 6 or 7 people left LNPL last time, and that's why I'm fighting against Division 2 for both of those leagues, because ultimately the biggest league killer, in my opinion, is if there's forfeits. Astro, have you had a forfeit in like your career, like when you're looking forward to a game and all of a sudden it's forfeited? And maybe you have a game after it, but now all of a sudden you got this, like, maybe you had one game forfeit and then another game. Like, you have your competitive balance, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I personally have never forfeit a game, but I've met teams that have done that.
That's what I'm saying. And then it takes away your competitive balance when you have to have a forfeit.
I play with another league, and what they do is that they have a second division team. I mean, a second division with teams that that does that.
So what do they do? They just bring up whoever's first place at the time.
Well, they have Division 1 and Division 2, and I mean.
But you know what I'm saying? My complaint was that you can't add a team to Division 1 if there's a whole division fighting to get there. Is the solution to the problem you just add the Division 1 leader at the time of needing a new team?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what
I think that Astro, somehow you led me to the solution to the problem. Because what I was saying is, if there's a whole Division 2 that is the top 3 get to go to Division 1, then it would be a killer to add a new team into Division 1 if you're trying to avoid forfeits, which is what I'm saying. You don't want forfeits.
Because what that's done now, it gives room for Division 1 for more serious players.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're not hurting anybody's feelings because that was the team in first place anyway.
Yeah.
And then if it happens a second time, the new first place team. And then at the end of the season, it can still be bottom 3 from D1 gone, top 3
from D2 go up.
Yeah, and it's still everything's fair. No, that solves everything. It takes a little bit more thinking, but it solves everything. And I think both LNPL and CVPL can have Division 2s next season. I was one of the ones that was fighting against it because I couldn't solve that problem and no one else could.
That's what I've been saying, Kyle. Listen, I'm not. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. I've been like, I don't want to say this, but I'm speaking to the admins outside of CVPL and telling them the way that they could solve it. But the issue is, just because I'm not an admin, these guys is not listening and they're not hearing what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say to them that the way the league is going to get better is by bringing in great quality team in.
Yeah.
Right? And the way that we could know where great quality team is either from the entry tournament or through All-Star. Either.
Yeah, we got a ton of teams on the radar.
right, are true JA Raptors, because JA Raptors have great flipping teams that's in the tournament, and JA Raptors teams is not all teams from CVPL or late night leagues. We all know that, bro. We're not stupid to that, right? And that's what I'm trying to say, that we could figure out if these guys are interested to join in a league, because I speak to a guy the other day from All Star, and he never know the name CVPL or late night,
Yeah.
but he's interested in to being a manager.
And if he knows the tournament's great, why wouldn't he want to join? And that's why also we want to promote the podcast.
And that's what I'm trying to say it. And that's
because,
what
yeah,
this is what I'm
because
trying to say. Go
just
ahead.
just the other day I found out that CVPL and LNPL were partnering leagues. I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not exactly. So
It's not.
since
Go
we're
ahead.
2.5 hours into the podcast, I can let the cat out of the bag. LNPL was formed because of the fear of CVPL doing certain things that they didn't agree with. So certain admins from here went there, and there was two different leagues formed. Now there's still kind of a rivalry there, but me,
There's
Jigga,
no
and
rivalry
Biggs are both admins of both leagues. And we consider that's why, like, when me and Jigga do the podcast, we're admins of both leagues. We put in our work for the both leagues, and we're allowed to do a podcast where we talk freely about both leagues. And we love having a weekend where there's 4 games to play in a row, and it's not necessarily all in the same league. Otherwise, that league might end early. So it's like, or like, I entered Portland in the both, and it's the same team for both. Maybe like the year that we lost and you lost as Yard Boys to Orlando, we won LNPL. Now we didn't celebrate at fucking all, but we still did win a title at the same time. So it is like you're playing 4 games at once, but you do have like a second chance, or you have a chance to do the double. As in,
right.
There is, I would say, right now about 50-50 of LNPL is CVPL teams, but what we've had, like, there's 2 different JA Raptors breakoff teams, including Pro Batsy and who's the manager of Chem FC, and then there's also Invaders FC, which was Black Bull, and they were both JA Raptors like starters. But if you remember, if you ever tuned in the podcast episode 2, P Blacks was talking about how he has about like a 40-man roster, but he can only sign 24 to CVPL and LNPL. But like at a point they wanted to break off, and this is what happened to Tropics as well, Astro. That's why there was a Yard Boys interruption. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because some of the players that was on the Yard Boys was from Tropics.
Yeah, because at a point a club grows so big, but let's say everybody's still fucking friends, you know.
Do you guys know do you guys know the biggest club in CVPL and late night right now?
Well, Marlians also came on and said they had about 40 people.
Do you know which club is the biggest club in CVPL and late night right now? Portland. The reason why Portland.
Oh, not by numbers. I thought you were talking numbers.
No, not by numbers, but by history. By history, Portland has been there since day one, since season 2. I should say, give or take season 2. I have been
this is my 9th season in a row.
Yeah,
but Astro said he was there like maybe earlier than that.
That's the thing. I never know. Astro was there when he was at Atlanta, because I was at Atlanta too. I was there.
Were you there with Vassal too?
I was there. I was at Atlanta when what's his name? Xavi was there. What's his name? Xavi, the guy that yeah. I was there when he was there. I never know. My pro club name was different at that time, if I could remember it correctly.
Yeah, back then my pro club's name was actually different.
My pro club's name was, but I was there too. That's what I'm trying to say. I always been there at CVP, but my name is different, right? And this is the first time it's the first time in so long actually keep the same name because my name is a brand, as you can see by the logo.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I keep my
So
name.
I try
now.
not to refer to you as Demar too much.
Huh?
I try not to refer to you as Demar too much.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why it's like, you know, it's a thing. But CVPL is a great league, bro. Like a lot of people come in the league trying to destroy it, trying to make it the league that it should not be, and it's been a great league.
Yeah.
Now that late night has given birth, late night is also a great league as well. You got great admin from both sides that doing great work, you know. But it's just that the respect between some admin, you know, I can't force no one to show each other respect if that person don't want to give respect. So I get where that's coming from, but both admin in both parties doing great work. Never forget that the mustaches we see us fucking around with each
At
other.
the same point, I do like two separate things, two separate
things.
organizations.
You know, two separate things.
I do like that.
But trust me, if I could get the body of work done.
But it's in the spirit of, remember, we want to bring new players in, have those players become accustomed to the league, become assistant managers, become managers, and then inspire new players and have it multiply like that so that we become professional players before we're too old to play anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, this is going to be straight off the rails, but I guess we're long enough into the podcast. But I definitely want to live long enough to play a virtual reality version of FIFA where all you're using is your mind. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you want to turn your head left to look for the ball coming over your left shoulder, and then you're going to do like a volley.
Oh, no, fuck that. I don't want that shit.
No, I want that shit, man. I want that shit. What are you talking about, bro?
What I want to happen, I want Volta to be like neighborhood in basketball.
Oh, have you ever played Volta, Astro?
Yeah, I think my play is 90 or 89.
Oh, nice. We definitely need to link up because late nights I play Volta, and then I would say if there was a leaderboard, I'd be in the top 100 because I'm about to have a Volta league. I've already set up because I'm assuming they're gonna have friendlies next year. That's why we can't do it this year. You know,
that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing Volta like that. I mean, me and a friend would normally get on, but you know.
I'm so glad. Oh my gosh! So yeah, do you want to be like an admin? Like you wouldn't have to do a lot because I've already done a lot of planning. But I'm looking for passionate individuals about Volta.
So how come I never get admin already, Kyle? What's this about? Like, what are you trying to say? I want to become an admin too.
No, you're in. Jig is in.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Jig has only played 2 games of Volta in his life, but
because when I was at Orlando, we used to play we call it Volta matches late at night.
Oh yeah, because I've already instilled that on Portland, and then Orlando became Portland. You know how that goes. But Astro, I've done lots of planning. I want to do it. Like, do you follow NBA basketball at all?
Basketball? No.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
Damn. Well, because I'll explain it. Because I think of Volta as like a kind of basketball version of soccer or football, as you may call it. I want to do it like you have conferences and divisions, and then you go to a playoff. That's how they do it in basketball, and it actually creates rivalries.
Yes,
which
sir.
the reason for that is in USA, to go from California to New York, it's like 3,000 miles. So like you kind of want to like break it down into regions, and then they become rivals, and they're kind of already rivals anyway because they're close to each other for anything else that might happen. But I think by season 4 of the Volta League, because if you've played Volta, it's 8 minutes a match?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah, just about.
I would say you could have 4 matches in 1 hour. You could get a lot of matches in a small amount of time. And by season 4, we can develop rivalries because how it goes is like you play the people in your, say it's NBA, you play them in, there's two, okay, everybody's in a huge pool and you split them off in the conferences half, and then you split those individually in the divisions, and the people in the divisions play each other like 6 times a season. And within like a few years, you develop rivalries with those people you play all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then you go from, when you're split in half, you go to the playoffs. The top 8 teams go to the playoffs from each conference, and then those 8 teams play 1 to 8, 2 versus 7, 6 versus 3, and then you get to the finals. And I think we should, and I've already looked into, there's 2K leagues, like websites that we can just make it like a 2K league and make Volta like, I'm trying to make this the next place for Volta.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry if I went on too long on that, but that was one of the things. Shout out to Mo, shout out to Sarge. We've been thinking about that for a long time now. I already told Baba Pro 5.
Bro, when I first heard about what you call it, Volta, Kyle, me and Big Brown was planning a Volta Pro Cup league for this season, for this FIFA 21. But
Nice.
when the
Well,
game,
I'll definitely need some like people to help me.
yeah, I know we heard that FIFA never couldn't make us Vegas friendly. Bro, our heart was crushed.
Yeah, so Big Brown, huh?
Yeah.
Man,
So-
when that guy entered the room saying Eminem was white music, I was about to tell him. I was about to play some real white music. Like, you know what I'm talking about, like some like Green Day, some like Garth Brooks. Like, you want white music?
I know you're gonna troll this shit out there too.
I kept my mouth shut because Eminem is like, I'm from Detroit, I'm white, I'm 35, so Eminem's like almost my same age too.
Oh my god, bro! I knew you was gonna do it, bro. I knew you was gonna do it. I was
He's
waiting
not. This guy's Astro joins the group chat. We have the lounge. I'll send you a link to the lounge. You can cuss at people. You can do whatever, and then that's where you also add your highlights. Usually, Jigga hosts this show, and it's not as big a drunken mess as it is right now. But
You stupid.
no,
stupid.
I had that. But the lounge, you can cuss at people, and that's where you add your highlights for each week. Because Jigga can actually add the highlights to the stream.
You know, I got the equipment to do what Jigga do, but just that I'm busy with other stuff.
That forget why, first of all. But anyway, the reason I can't is because I can't download the new Google version of Google or whatever. Because get this, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh so much. I have every video game from the year 1984 to 1994 downloaded on this every single one ever downloaded onto this MacBook right now. So I haven't been able to update my Apple service for about 2 years.
Kyle, why?
Well, first of all, I played those just because I played them since I was young. So like,
actually, it's crazy.
When you were my age, this is how video games went. You were young, of course, and then you got introduced to video games. You can only get like maybe 1 or 2 video games a year from your parents as like for your birthday and Christmas. And then here's the thing. You had these rental stores. I'm sure you guys heard about Blockbuster and all that. But
no.
But you rented games, so you got to own like 2 or 3 games a year. But every other weekend or so, like you can convince your parents to go let you rent a game, and then you rented a game for like 5 days, and then you returned it to the store for the next person to rent. And that shit was how I experienced like so many games like FIFA and Madden. And like that's how that's something that doesn't exist today, but at least there's like free games out there. But for the most part, like there's definitely a large. I guess how I can tie that back to the podcast Pro 5 is there's people out there that would love to play Pro Clubs, but they can't afford the PS4 or the latest video game. Like that's definitely why since we're just going on this, my dream is to get this might be bad to say, but the Pro Clubs community and the Pro Clubs actual video game Pro 5, and I shouldn't be saying this, but it needs to get away from EA.
Oh my god!
It
EA
absolutely needs to get away from EA.
Bro, I want to know who's ever make 2K need to make Pro Clubs, bro. If they don't want to make FIFA, just make Pro Clubs.
Somebody help us, because EA doesn't give one flying F about the Pro Clubs community. Okay, I've already gone into many rants, so it won't even be out of character by now. EA, giant company. What they've done, they've bought out because I told you I've been playing video games since forever. They buy out any little company that's looking good at making video games, and then they conglomerate them, fire half their staff, and let them go. And that's what they've done to build this giant empire. They do every video game ever, from sports to shooting games to racing games to everything in between. And they have this giant conglomerate. And guess what? That whole little story right there, Pro 5 and Astro, was to tell you this fact right here. From FIFA every year, so the fiscal year of EA, I told you they're a giant conglomerate that has their hands in everything. About 35 to 39% of their entire revenue for each fiscal year, all the money they make for a year, 39% of it comes from FIFA Ultimate Team. And I'm talking a giant conglomerate. They're huge. But
it's a business for them, basically.
But the actual FIFA video game with the Ultimate Team version where they can get children, literal children, to spend $2,000 to buy the best card that next year they have to buy again the next year. This is why the Pro Clubs community is a broke-ass joke of a community. Because our own video game doesn't even respect us. Every update we get is for Ultimate Team. Every little thing they do is for Ultimate Team. They don't even... We're lucky we even have it anymore. So we need anybody, 2K, an independent company, anybody at all. We don't care if we get the Barcelona jerseys and the fucking Chelsea jerseys. Let us have 1,000 different customizable jerseys with like 10,000 customizable logos.
Yeah.
Put anything on there and then make it like a sweet football/soccer video game that we can play as a Pro Clubs community. Because the serious of us will all be there in a heartbeat. And we won't have to buy it each year. They can just update that shit just for us. The updates we get is for Ultimate Team. It's not for us.
Yeah, they deal with the Pro Clubs community too bad because sometimes also I be reading some of these patch updates and they deal with career mode and I do even play career mode.
Yeah, bro, it's sad. Bro, one time you used to go on Pro Clubs and play Pro Clubs with like 4 players, 2 players only against 5 players, and you still have a chance to win. Now, you try that shit,
oh yeah,
you're gonna fucking lose.
And I hope this new video game goes along with the reason I love CVPL and LNPL is they are staunchly against any is against the spirit of Pro Clubs. You play as one player in an 11-man team, and you're just one player, and then all the big money leaks and all that, which I still want to make our community. I don't want to divide our pro club community, but I'm just saying, stop with the nonsense. With the if you're not playing any, it's not a serious league. Because some of us just staunchly believe any shouldn't be involved at all. Because it's just there's so many other modes for them to go play any in, where they're 1v1 or 2v2.
Yeah.
You know what
right.
happens though? You know what happens, bro? They make it like, okay, you need 8 people plus you need a goalie and an any. Those teams, they don't make sure they get 11 there. They make sure it's 8. So they can have like one of the best ultimate team or seasons mode players come and play any. That's entirely against the spirit of pro clubs. Like the actual spirit of pro clubs is you get 10 of your friends on with you to win. And it actually promotes because there's not all these leagues that require any also don't require a full 11 because they require an any, so they rarely get a full 11.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. All Star. That's what people don't. A lot of people don't know this. When All Star was created a 5 versus 5, and then when they play the 5 versus 5 league, you cannot use any. You cannot use any. So basically what happened, right? Each club is allowed to sign up to 16 players, but only the best 5 players can play. No more than 5. And what happened, right? Once you play your 5 players, your best 5 players, whenever you go to training, you're gonna want everyone to come to like train and practice, and we do it for 2 seasons, and then one team went undefeated, and then the following season they said, okay, they want to have 11 versus level, and then the following season when we have 11 versus level, I end up winning the league by 1 point only. You understand? So that's why I agree with you, Kyle. When you have a league that you don't use any, it make your league better because everyone is gonna want to play for that starting spot.
And it makes you like a real team, and we're trying to become a league where it's like real people watch us live on television and they know what our team is, and you're playing full 11.
And you got like a fun support. You want people want to buy your custom jersey, shit like that. That's where I want to see the shit go to, bro.
And if you think that we're just talking out of thin smoke, there actually is things like that with like League of Legends and stuff like that. We were just talking about how we should be making money as a professional team, and that's why we want Astro like a full 11 where like the fans know you're 11 and the fans know like oh this guy subbed in for him, like let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and they need to bring back fucking sub in FIFA, bro. How can they take substitute out pro clubs, my nigga?
True.
The fuck?
If we get get out of EA, then we'll get stuff like that. Subs that have. Here's another one. Pro 5. When I was looking at the news for the new FIFA 21, they said practice mode. I got real excited. Pro 5. I thought it was gonna be like the neighborhood in 2K, where if you join the lobby. Anybody that's in the lobby now is like in that neighborhood mode, but it's on the practice pitch where you can dribble around with a ball and you can take shots. I could play goalie. No, I thought when FIFA 21 came out, remember what practice mode actually ended up being?
Yeah.
It ended up being playing against the full 11 of AI on any setting. But Astro, I thought it was going to be like a practice mode where I could do drills and like I could be the goalie and take shots on me, or we could take shots on our goalie, or like anything you want.
That was some bullshit.
But that's the disrespect our community is getting by being this little step brother of ultimate teams. Like
they don't give a fuck about us.
Like you don't even. If anyone missed it earlier, I'm talking 39% of all of EA, not like all of FIFA or all of the sports games EA releases. They almost get over half of a third of all the money they make as a company off of FIFA Ultimate Team. And as long as the pro clubs community is attached to the Ultimate Team community, We will never get respect. We will always have a broken game. And
Yeah, that's true.
This is a cry for help. You can take it could be a little indie company that nobody's ever heard of, called like I don't know, like LMXX, and their company, and they want to make a pro club game that is just the ultimate pro club game. You got 500 hairstyles, 100 different skin colors, 3,000 different faces. You can take a picture of your face and make it your own. For the logos, you have 100,000 different options between colors and what you can put on it. And that would be the Pro Clubs game, and it wouldn't be attached to Ultimate Team. It wouldn't have any Barcelona logos.
But what they trying to say, that they say that we don't deserve that, bro. That's what they're trying to say.
But no, this is a call out. This is a call of help out, and if anybody knows how to contact these little, because there's little video game makers all over the place. Those are usually the people that EA eats alive and incorporates them in their own corporation, releases 70% of their actual staff, and takes like some of their like products and ideas and good people. Kind of sounds like Orlando, but that's neither here nor there. So, but we need to reach out and try and start some kind of petition of, can any developer take over? Because have you guys played Rocket League Pro 5 or Astro?
No, I don't play Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket League is effing amazing. It's basically pro clubs, but you can have either 2, 3, or 4 people. You're a car. Your car can have nitro boost or do front flips or back flips or even fly if you do the right combination of moves. And you have a giant soccer ball, which is has like zero gravity kind of deal. Like the gravity doesn't work. So it's this big bouncy ball in your cars, and you're playing other teams that are cars. That actually has way more traction as us. And I'm not saying we have to be all wacky as that. But let me go a step further. You know those hot gamer girls? They love that Rocket League shit. But you think a hot gamer girl has ever heard of Pro Clubs FIFA? Yeah, you out your damn mind. But that's just another test of like we're trying to do something serious. And you know, Pro 5, Jigga and Baba were the ones that led me onto this path.
Of
like a crusade of like making pro clubs legit. You know what I'm talking about? Because remember, Astro, I've been playing 09 FIFA. I first played pro clubs. And I first learned of pro club leagues January of 2020, which is FIFA 20 after it was out for 4 years. So you see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Vassal just invited me to this club. So I've also put out a campaign that all of us leagues as a pro club community need to promote that we're like a thing. Like you could put 20 different logos on there, and everybody can pitch in $3, and we can get like $100 ad campaign just to start out to see how it go, and then maybe we can up it up to $10 each and get the ad campaign out further. That just something that says pro clubs exist, like soccer, because, bro, I'm an American. I call soccer. I never played soccer growing up. I played 15 years of baseball, 5 years of basketball, 3 years of American football. But there's no game that's a video game better for having like a full
LP?
me and 10 of my friends on at the same time competitively. There's nothing like it. Absolutely nothing. And I was not a soccer fan. I became a soccer fan through FIFA like 02. and I became a Bolton Wanderers
And
fan.
because Chelsea just won the Champions League, stop lying.
No, I became a Bolton Wanderers fan. Thank you very much.
No, because Chelsea just won the Champions League.
And then they got relegated all the way down to D4, and I'm a Tottenham fan now. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, see what I'm saying? We're this long into a podcast that probably no one will ever hear. But we need to get some kind of advertisement out there. We need to get some kind of, you know how so many, it might be a video game company that doesn't give a flying F about sports, but they can make a fucking great video game.
Yeah.
And they want it to be online. And they want it to be like on TV even. Like they can make a soccer video game that's for having 11 people on the same team. No Ennies fucking allowed. Get the hell out of here. You have so much customization availability, and you can it can become the next esport.
Yeah.
So
until EA buys that out.
True, but if they become the esport, EA couldn't buy them out because they would have people only sell in or sell out, as they say, if they don't think they can sustain it for longer than they can. But if the pro clubs can, like, game that comes out can do it the right way with the community behind it, it can become the next bigger thing that, I'm self-sustaining. Like, I'm going to be on ESPN.
Yeah.
Like, your effing highlight that was an amazing goal to win the title is on ESPN Top 20. Or, 10. But you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing it could become.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro, it can become that.
I know I'm not crazy on this, right, Pro 5?
You're not crazy, bro. No. You're not crazy.
Because people are making millions of dollars playing League of Legends. Have you ever seen League of Legends?
I know what you're talking about, bro. I saw it. And it's not just League of Legends. Warzone, bro. Warzone was just created, 1 year ago? Last year in the pandemic?
Mm-hmm. They took the market from Counter-Strike.
Warzone was never a thing.
Yeah, Counter-Strike was the one that took over for it, but there's always going to be a shooting game. There's always going to be like
right?
You know, the other one is this point and click, whatever it was, League of Legends. And then there's a couple card games, and then the fighting games, Pro 5. People love like Smash Brothers and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Those are the other ones that make money because you know that makes Astro. That's like boxing back in the day. Like, we got Mike Tyson versus whoever. Like, he's probably gonna kill him. Oh, he just killed him. Like that actually, like, it has it built in.
Right, and these guys literally like go ahead and like having those games on TVs, you know, and television, like making money and profit from them, right? Like literally like doing like live events, doing like sponsoring like interviews with those persons.
Yeah. No, that was my ultimate dream. If I've told it to you before, but I want a league that's one match a week. You can do commentary over the streams, but if we were that big, it would be live commentary over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're preparing for one match a week. So me as a manager, I'm showing you a bunch of film and tactics about this one team, which we have film on, and then that team knows you have film on them. Isn't that not the ultimate of?
But and that's not impossible, bro. That's not impossible because look, I don't know if you guys know, they do have this competition. I forgot what they call it. During the pandemic, they got like the professional players playing against these like quality FIFA players against each other into this like one night event match. and they ask them interview questions. I forgot what that shit fucking called, bro. But it's just like real life, and they got like
But
real
no,
life.
that's how big it could be.
Hey, bro, they got like the Premier League set up the way it is right now.
And then you can have a real like 8 divisions.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't stutter. I said 8. And people wouldn't pay attention to the lower leagues, but we would have enough admins. Okay, like we would have to band together, but okay, you're the 7th division admin, you're the 8th division admin, and it's just this giant thing of like people could maybe each one had one that would put out a social media for. Oh, you want to be a social media guy? Okay, you got to start at Division 8. And as each one leaves and gets burnt out, oh, you moved up to Division 7 now. And it could legitimately be a real thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how those lower ones would make money. And it would still be a Discord / Okay, so the PGS app has come out. Have you seen that at all, Astro?
The PGS?
Yeah, I saw that.
I have it on my phone.
I'm not a big fan. You know why? So my first night as manager, I'm on the PGS app. I go to put my line because Lord knows I can't put out an actual availability list because nobody likes to respond. So I just say when it is, and I know my lineup about 3 minutes before the match starts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a lot of reliable people, but I keep just enough reliable people to make sure that I'm gonna have a good team for the night. So I'm scrambling to put my list in. I get one ad as I click enter lineup. I put one guy on my roster out of 11. This shit goes to another ad that's like 20 to 30 seconds long. And I'm like, oh my god, come on. Can I skip this? That shit's ridiculous. And I absolutely, as a guy in the know, I know exactly why that is. The reason they make money on the PGS ad is because they're making ad revenue based on where you come from.
That's why I
So,
got the premium.
This is what they've done, Astro. They've made it this segregated mess where you can only have like Americans on your team if you're from America, Caribbeans on your team if you're from the Caribbean, Mexicans on your team if you're from Mexico. It even goes over like England if you're from England, Scotland if you're from Scotland, all around the world where it's this mess of everything's segregated because they give each admin ad revenue based on who clicks on their app to get those stupid ass ads from that region. So say I'm in America and I click on it and I get all the stupid ads. The American League will get the money. Whoever controls the American League will get the ad revenue money, and so on and so forth.
Oh.
Which is just greed, capitalism, Black Lives Matter. Get that shit out of my fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way to go, and I'm happy to announce like I didn't let either league go into that mess. They're literally segregating it. Like, we all know we have our teams that are completely biracial, by cultural, by religion. Like, I meant to say multi, but you know what I mean. That's not the way to go. This community is bringing people together.
Exactly, because some of my finer players live in Canada and Jamaica.
And some people have never been to Canada before.
Exactly.
Right, but they know all about Canada because their friend tell them about Canada. That's some crazy shit, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? It's completely against everything that we stand for. It's actually egregious.
Because
it's very egregious because it's breaking up the spirit of the game, trying to get 10 people together.
Do you know who
10 friendship players who play on the same team?
Do you know who do it is Kyle?
Just enough
He
as
played-
an admin to know that he's on camp. He was on camping.
All right, so me and Dube was coming from way back, right? And when I first met Dube,
And I still, we go back to the Dowie and you episode. But I still don't
no,
understand. what
I'm not
happened.
talking. No, I'm not talking about that.
No, I'm going there, Astro. Dowie and this
I
guy
know.
were on the same podcast, and
No,
I've
bro,
only been bored once in the history of this podcast, and it was when you and Dowie were going back and forth.
No, bro, I'm not. It's not about Dube. Bro, listen, bro. Just listen to what I'm trying to say, bro.
But he was on Dowie's team. That's why I bring it up.
Oh my God, are you done? Are you done?
Yes.
Are you sure you're done? I'll give you a next minute if you need a next
No, I
minute.
have to go to the bathroom.
All right, go, bro. Shit. Well, so what was I about to say? Oh my God, I forgot my fucking thought. Oh yeah, Dube. When I met Dube, right? I met Dube because I was trying to decide like what club and what team I'm gonna pick to be in the league, right? And I go on FIFA and I saw this team that named Orlando Pirates, right? And when I saw the team, I was like, Orlando Pirates, that name sounds fire. So I went and did my research, right? And I was saying like, where's Orlando Pirates from? And they actually a team from Africa. They're actually a team from Africa. I don't remember what African country, but they're one of the biggest team from that African
South
country.
America.
Yeah.
Right? And I had that team in the league, and I was looking for managers, and WWE joined the league only because the name Orlando Pirates. Right? And then he said to me, "How do I know about that team?" I was like, "Yo, I did my research, I did my homework, and I was trying to make sure that the league is like a worldwide thing in America." And he was like, "Yo, just because of that, I'm gonna become a manager in the league, and he's gonna play." And me and this guy play on the team, play on the team for so many seasons until, we get separated and stuff like that. Just to show you that what Pro Club can bring towards a community. Pro Club actually bring people together. So this is the reason I'm saying that they need to make the sports better. And they just need to give us respect, bro. They don't give us no respect at all, and they really need to give us respect. They do. Once they give us respect, they will make way more money. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Jigga, I was like, yo, Jigga. I was like, yo, I feel like Pro Club lose a lot of money during the pandemic. I feel like that's people saying this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that last part, but ever since the pandemic happened, I had so much FIFA time in me that I got all the way up to midfield top 100. Not to throw that out there. I found a convoluted way to get there, Astro. But I got there. But I'm just saying, like, that's okay. Here's the timeline. Portland was formed as Portland Timbers in January, let's say 26th of 2020. I was invited by Vassal around February, let's say 4th. Oh, when did the pandemic happen? Like within the first season of that, and I'm now entering my 9th season. That was kind of a big deal. Like I lost my job, and I wasn't doing anything at the time. Like literally nothing. The pandemic was worldwide. I never thought that shit would happen in my life. That's something you see in movies or read about in history, not in my lifetime. So here I am. I played 6,000 matches last season in FIFA 20.
What?
6,000. Which shout out to Saba. He's got 6,000 already. I never thought.
Jesus Christ.
I thought I was bad. But but that's why. But that's why 6,000 matches. But that's what led me down this path. Remember, like Vassal only introduced me to it.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened. I had 4 different teams I went to and 4 different time zones. So like I was playing pro clubs for like 10 hours straight on 4 teams.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous. At a point I ran out of money and Jigga saved my life for Pro 5.
Yeah, Jigga's a good guy.
Yeah, no, he said the
Trust me. Me and Jigga could argue over the dumbest shit, bro. But trust me, at the end of the day, I know
That's
I
why
can
you're not
counter
gonna hear a
Jigga.
bad word from me.
Yeah.
No, but he said go deliver food, man. The business is booming. It set me down that path.
Yo.
Yeah.
Jigga was saying.
Yeah, I don't know if you have anything else to say.
No, that's it for me. I'm actually gonna head off right now.
All right, bro.
All right.
Sounds good.
Chat room. Thanks for being true. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a meeting with all the concert managers for Europe. I'm gonna send out this tweet early as possible. Kyle, link me when he got some free time, like an hour around like maybe 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. If you're not busy, all right.
User.
All right, later, guys. Good night.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
And you under there.
Yeah. I'll head off too.
Thanks for joining. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.